What up, what up, what up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is up, guys? How's it going? How's everyone in the house of whatever house you're in? I don't know. I'm just, I'm here. I'm here. I got a little bit of a Joel Seagate, Southgate. What is up? What's up? We got Josh in here. We have Christopher in here. So you caught a fish at Pinot, huh? Isn't that what you said yesterday? You finally got a Pinot? Tell that. I made a noise, and I don't know why. Said you finally caught a fish at Pinto? I got to go back there and do another show. Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been there a long time. I've been, I've been chilling with the L. I've been doing the L thing. But I need to go back there and film a little, a little vlog, a little, like I'm doing at the L, but see what I can do there. Fish totally different than what I'm doing at El Cerro, but I need to go give it a go. See what's happening there. What? Cup the spiny thing. Make it go much slower. All right. I don't know. Today? What? Me? You? Did you fish today? I think he bends them. Oh, you mean the cups on the blade? Yeah. You missed a live yesterday, though, Corn. You missed me doing. You missed me doing frontside grinds. You missed me doing 50/50s. You missed me dropping in. You missed all the skate stuff I had learned. I've been progressing, man. Oh, you went today and you didn't get anything? I know. What? Yeah, frontside grinds. Start doing 50/50s. Dropping into the bowl now. My brother got. Oh, your brother got two? Well, that's good. What's up, Billy? Bill in house. Yeah, I actually dropped into the bigger bowl. I've been dropping it on the smaller one just to get used to it. I've been doing frontside grinds on it and fakey disasters. And yeah, and then backroads 5 and a 7.5. Jesus. Um, Catching big ass fish there. Um, yeah, backroads dared me to drop into the big bowl. Let me take a shower real quick. I'll be back. All righty. Billy's, just for everybody else to know, he's going to take a shower. I don't know how long it's going to take him. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's going to take him like 15 minutes. He'll be back. How's the little number? I don't know. Might come in tonight. What? Who's this guy? We haven't seen this guy in here in how long? Or James House will kiss you. Well, hello there, Chris. Yeah, Chris has been missing my skating, I think. Chris has been missing my skating, man. I do live skating every Sunday now, and I'm getting way more comfortable. Put up Sally Farts. Which one? Eliza's doing great. She's sound asleep right now, just like her daddy right now. So probably no official update tonight. Baby and daddy are knocked out. I wore him out yesterday, man. He's not out. Look up James Charles. Yeah, no, Chris, I've been back at the skate park. The sleep is cold. All right, Billy. Yeah, I'll do my frontside grinds now. I'm doing my 50-50s, my fakie disasters. Now I gotta get down and start doing, I gotta get back to the frontside disasters. 50-50 fakies, tail to fakies. You know, I've been going more than 1 day a week. Whoops. I was just doing the 1 day a week. Whoops. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? Yeah, I've been doing the 1 day a week. Jumped it up to 2 day a week. We got to go to Pinot. Yeah, I'll be there. I might go. Maybe this week. I don't know. They still close at 5 though, but now 5's closer to dark, so I guess it's better. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go there and I don't know, see if I can catch something there. It's been a while since I've been there. Have you been back there, Chris? Going south. You'll be doing it Tuesday. Yeah, well, I'm live on Tuesday, so yeah, evidently I'm going to be live on election night. Not that I have anything planned. It's my Tuesday night, my Fish Talk Tuesdays, but evidently it will be, election night. That's why this one's titled The Night Before. That's what happened to Chris. Is Chris still in here? Or did he just show up for a sec? Yeah, but you got. I don't talk politics on here. That's the thing. No politics, religion, or sports. that's that's my philosophy on my lives. It just seems to lead to arguments. And I don't vote anyway, so I just kind of let it all happen on its own. I like to observe. Yeah, I don't know. See what? Oh, everyone said soon I'm going to be CCS, Center Cross Skating. I'm be more of a skater than a friggin' fisherman. I don't know. I'm just getting so into it. How you got? Yeah, I just like. I don't know. I think most people get a midlife crisis and they like buy a Ferrari and start hanging out at bars and that. No, I learned to skateboard again. I start skating again. What is up, Joes? Yeah, I don't know. Said I don't really follow it. That's why we don't talk about it. With you there. No. I never had in my life, so I've seen to make it to this point. All right. Landslide. I have no idea. I said I'm gonna be live, but we're gonna be talking fishing. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I said she was all excited to buy him. Anytime anybody I know has a new baby, she buys presents. She's all excited to be able to buy baby gifts. Yeah, she's yeah. I swear when my sister had my nephew, which was the first, um, yeah, when she would be down there, she would drive from here to San Luis Obispo like 3 days a week, and she had my nephew Merlin. She had him in her hands, like she'd be there for 6 hours and never let him go. And I lived there too, and I didn't even know she was there. Hands on fishing. What's up? Hands on came in. Yeah. And then my sister, I talked to my sister and she goes, "Oh yeah, mom was here yesterday." I'm like, "What?" I'm like 10 minutes away. She didn't visit me. She didn't even tell me she was coming. It was all about the baby. Hands on is here. Nobody's coming in. Come on. Got a bunch of people in here. Where'd Chris go? Chris was in here for a little bit. Mr. Chris showed up. And now, of course, Hands On is in here. Cornfoot in here. Parados is in here. The night before. Whoop, somebody popped in and they left. I saw a little red dot show up for a second. Why are you going to bed early? Corn can't join. Yeah, everybody hide in the background. Well, that's good. You got a business. You got a job, man. Isn't it like 11 o'clock back there? Isn't it? Well, obviously, you're 3 hours later. Yeah, I spent the day doing some editing. I have to work tomorrow. Yeah, up till 3 yesterday. Yeah, you're a night owl now. Yeah, I don't know. I just did a little editing. Who's in here? Oh, gee, look who decided to join us.
Hi, how's it going?
What's up? Wow, dude, you look so much older. How long's it been?
I don't know. I feel like I'm like 52 or something.
She's like, yeah, you look good, but yeah, I see the age, man. How do I look? Am I looking all right? I mean,
I was looking you the other day and I was like, man, he's kind of like a leather neck, but you still
yeah,
look good. You still look
yeah,
good.
Yeah, you know, almost at the senior age. So
Going for Social Security benefits soon.
yeah, one more year and I'm a social citizen.
Hey, so I was thinking this Saturday we should probably try to get in the rig, go in the battle tub.
You want to go? Yeah, I haven't. I mean, now that Tito's out of the works and I don't know, Wasabi's working and I haven't
I
had any
guess all
plans.
you're left is with me, is what you're saying. So you might as well you're at the bottom of the barrel. You might as well scrape it up with me out at Pinto.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't get to go last time because I already had stuff I had to do, and you got a hold of me at like 11:30 at night.
Yeah, it wasn't cool. Yeah, I know. It was last minute, but I tried. Usually when you're ready
Yeah,
to fish, though, you're there. You're like, okay, I'll see you in the morning. And when I heard maybe
yeah,
I'll think about it, I was like, well, I probably caught him at the wrong time. It was no big deal.
yeah. No, but that's what I said. I just had stuff I had to do, and yeah, I mean,
Anywho,
I'm getting a lot more focused on the channel, and all of a sudden I'm skating all the time, so it's kind of like it's, it's like people like you're a fishing channel. You're doing skateboarding all the time now. I'm like, it makes me feel good.
right.
Oh, look who
It's
else is in.
actually, it's just a record of you. So it's not like, it's just specifically fishing in a way.
Well, yeah, it's the two things I loved my whole
Is
life.
that my
So
homeboy?
yeah, that's your homeboy.
Yeah,
What's up, dog? How you been?
I've been all right. What's up, man?
Damn, man, I missed you.
Man, we miss you.
Who's that
I
stranger up there?
always felt the positive energy off you, man. You're a good human being. I know that.
Thank you. I try, man. I try.
I know
All right,
that.
hands on. We'll see you. I don't know if he's still here, but hands on said good night.
Hands on or hands off?
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, I know. I knew that was coming.
Wax on, wax off.
I knew the wax on, wax off was coming.
Oh yeah.
Hands on, hands off.
You know how we roll.
Chris
We're
is like
gonna have a good night tonight.
Chris
Yes,
is a
we
working
are,
boy.
son.
Yeah,
We
we are.
definitely are.
Oh yeah.
Chris is a working boy, guys. You work every day at like 6, don't you?
6 a.m., baby. 6 a.m.
And he works hard too. He has a lot of stuff he does all day.
I did what's called lollipopped, which is trimming a cannabis plant about 35% from the bottom up, clean it all out. And I did 200 plants today, so that
Knock
felt
it
pretty
off,
good.
man. Knock it off. Knock it off.
That's what he does, man.
I'm a farmer.
I know.
He's a cannabis farmer.
I know, which is awesome. I've been trying to get into the dispensary, man, but it's like so freaking hard. I've been trying to get into doing trimming or anything so I could get into that field. But
It's pretty tight right now. If I find an opening, I'll let you know.
yeah, for sure.
Hey,
There you
Scott,
go,
I had
man.
a question for you. If you had wine that was 20 years old, okay, and you kept it in a cool, dark place, and only half the cork had the smell of wine in it, the top of it was all right, is it still good, do you think?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've had 20. You gotta open
Smells like
it up.
brandy.
No, open it up and let it sit for like 20 minutes. You gotta let it breathe.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I remember one time my brother-in-law was at my parents' house. I live in Pebble Beach, and
Whew.
he's in the industry now. And he had one that was like 15 years old, 20 years old, or whatever. And we opened it up, and we all poured it, and we're like, and then Alan's like, "No, you gotta let it sit. You gotta let it sit." And then after it sort of got into the air and all that, it tasted really good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You just
Yeah,
gotta
you gotta let
breathe.
it sit. For some reason, I learned about that with different wines. Like for a really good bottle of wine, after you cork it, you gotta let it sit for 6 to 8 hours if you really want it, breathing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
wow.
and the older they get,
Because the air will change the taste.
yeah, the older they
Jesus.
get too. I mean, I have ones here that are from like 2004, 2003,
Oh, wow.
and I drink those all the time.
It's like I drink those all the time, gentlemen. It's a daily routine.
Yeah, I'm like, I pull one out of the garage, and I'm like, oh, really? 2006? Cool.
This one is like a Shiraz or something. I don't know. It's pretty sweet.
The red.
It's a Shiraz.
Oh, Joe said he. Whoops.
Oh, it's deep. It's deep purple. Look at that. I mean,
It sounds like you're cooking over there, man.
it's deep purple.
It'll get better. If it sits out for a little bit, it'll start tasting different. Corn's
I like to, you know what? That's actually that would be pretty interesting. Although I have 10 years on Scott, so I would have to be nice. I think I would let him pick the tricks, and we would see who could do them the best.
I started doing front side grinds again in it. I started doing 50-50s. I'm doing front side disasters. I'm dropping in. Yeah, it's all starting to come back.
Man, only thing I can do at a skate park is roll around. That's it.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, homie. That's the way you want to be. You just get that skateboard and you roll on it. That's what it's made for.
Right?
Yeah. You didn't hear I lost my board, did you, Chris?
No, man, what happened?
Last Sunday I was skating and I was there with everybody, all my friends, but I went to go fish and I forgot to put my board in the car.
Oh.
And they were all there and they thought I remembered. I didn't. So nobody put it in their car. They thought I was going to come back for it, and it just got left there overnight and it was gone.
Yeah, man, that sounds like one of your tackle boxes, you know?
Yeah. That board was from 91.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. The only board I'd ridden since 91. But
it's crazy. I gave all my boards away, man. I kind of sometimes I don't regret it, but I think, man, it'd been cool if I kept a couple.
No, I already got hooked up. I have a new board. It's an older one. It's pretty much the same shape.
Oh, sick.
And, yeah, because I know them all at the skate park, and I came in. I had some wheels that were on a board I found, and some guy goes, "Here, dude, you can have this." And yeah, it's basically an old school real skateboard, and it feels exactly the same, and that's what I've been skating now.
Yeah, I would have hooked you up, dude. Anytime you let me know. I have like 4 or 5 popsicle decks here that are between like 8.5, 8.6 because I ride big boards. But if you ever needed a spare, just let me know. You know I'm here.
Yeah, mine are. I don't even know how wide they are. It was just like it's 32 long, and a little bit. I mean, the board looks almost exactly like my old 91 Powell. Same
Sick.
shape, little concave, bigger tail or bigger nose, but it feels the same. I said tighten the trucks. Had to glue some of the wood in the tail because they're kind of chipped out. But the wheels I have they're a lot slower than my old wheels. So.
Well, dude, I can hook you up with some wheels too, man. I mean, just let me know. If we go meet up on Saturday, I can bring some wheels for you.
Yeah, because mine were the last wheels I ever got for free from skating for Santa Cruz.
Oh, wow.
The ones that were on my board I lost.
That's classic.
They were the last wheels ever given to me before I got, put off the team.
I might be able to find like a pair of skate park wheels for you and a pair of road wheels, so you could switch them, and when you want to ride the road to the liquor store, go grab you something special. You'd be flowing that way too.
Yeah, yeah. See these? My wheels were like 95s or 96s.
Okay.
They were nice and hard. They were for vert ramp,
Right.
and the new ones are I don't know. They're probably like 91s or something. They're softer and yeah, I can feel it when I'm riding that they're way slower. And with me at
Hey,
my age,
I ride like kind of the versatile wheel that you could get away riding like a small, like maybe at the most a 6 foot vert ramp, but then I could go ride at a skate park as well and down the street. You know, they
yeah.
make that kind of like versatile wheel like that. So I try to ride those, but yeah,
I
I know
used to
what you're
ride.
saying about the other ones.
Well, everyone used to ride like 97s in the skate park and that, but
Oh, they were
I
huge.
always
They were gigantic wheels, you know, just massive.
yeah. But I always rode 92s. I always liked them a little bit softer. But my old ones,
I
I think
always
they were
like the big harder wheels on the vert ramp. You know, the really ones that are like, I mean, they were hard as concrete. If you bounced them
yeah,
on the ground, they'd go up like 40 feet in the air.
yeah. Yeah, but I always liked a little bit softer ones because a lot of the ramps, the Masonite had bumps and all that, so it was smoother.
Oh yeah,
But they were still really fast. And they weren't as slippery because you know that Masonite starts getting really slick, especially if you're on a hard
oh yeah.
wheel.
Well, it's especially slick when the ramp is new. That's for sure.
Yeah. Or when it gets older, gets sort of worn in, they also
And
get
it
really
gets the like flaky. It starts to get
yeah.
flaky in some spots, right?
Yeah.
So sketchy, so sketchy.
Yeah. And the cement here at the skate park is really slick. I mean, if you go up it with your feet will slide on it. It's like
Yeah.
it's a nice, smooth cement.
You know what? You made me want to go grab my skate. I want to see what my wheels are because they stick real good where I ride.
We need me, Chris, and Corn at the skate park for Sunday.
I hurt right now. What? I stepped on my keys.
You built one for it, really, Corn?
What did he say?
He said he built a board for a video, Scott.
Oh well, that's sick.
Well, I told him
Let's
to come.
see.
See, Chris, we need you, me, and him at the skate park for my Sunday skate lives, skate and fish.
That'd be sick. I'm down. The wheels that I have on here are Bones 58
Yeah, those are soft.
skate park formula is what they're called.
Oh, you're asking? No, he's asking me to build a board for a video. You.
See that? They're Millers.
Yeah, those are soft. 58s. That's way soft, dude.
Dude, they're for
they're
skate park. It says skate park formula.
No, but they're 58 millimeter. They're not 58
Yeah.
barometer.
Yeah, no, they're 58 millimeter.
Yeah,
And the formula is called skate park formula. So
they're probably like 91s, 92s.
this is my board right here. Look at everyone knows this board right here. See, there's the tail. It's the top. And then you got Santa Cruz, beautiful. And then you got the Tiger. Yes.
I don't know.
Oh,
that
yeah.
board.
That's the Salba, baby.
That's Salva, really?
Yeah, that's the Tiger, but they turn it into a popsicle deck as the redone one. It's the Salba, the Tiger.
Really? Steve's still around?
It's not that he's around. They just look at here's the graphic for the Witch Doctor, and look at I put that hand sticker in there. You know how in the old days, Scott, we would cut out stickers and put them over the graphic. Do you remember doing that ever?
Oh yeah.
So I cut the hand sticker out and I put it in the Witch's Brew, so it was like it was coming out of there. That's my custom sticker job.
Ball shop brand. Well, I'll show you something.
What'd he say?
Corn. I put corns up. I'll show you my new board, and I gotta grab something for you.
I got more too. I'm gonna get some more.
Corona. How you guys doing? Yo, welcome to the Wasabi Show. Yo, everybody else left. I am taking over. And yeah, don't forget to hit that like button. Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe too. Yo, share it with your friends. Social media.
I got the killer gravette right here. It has a hold on, here we go. It's got a sea otter sitting on the ocean smoking a doob.
Nice, nice.
See him there. I got some stickers on there, but that's pretty much what it is. A sea otter on his back. Now this deck here, this is a collector's item. This has this skeleton chick here riding a bomb. And they only made it says on here somewhere how many there are. Oh, they made 300 of these, and this is number 200 of 300, so that's not too bad. I mean,
right.
But I love that, and it also has her on the, and I put clear grip tape so you could see the graphic on the top of the board.
Right.
You know, I mean, why hide that artwork? You know, it's beautiful artwork.
Here's my board. Here's a board I was given. Well, it's an old reel.
Oh, sick.
See, the tail's a little.
Yeah, the tail's a little work, but hey, man, it's got some, you know, it's got some love on it.
Yeah, they got some mileage, bro. That mileage.
That board's been to Albuquerque and back.
Yeah, see, I had to glue part of it. I glued this part, but what I glued it to is now moving, so I have to put glue. I had to put glue in the next level.
What is that? A 7? Is that a 7 layer?
Yeah,
or 5 layer.
But no, there's 7.
Because it's crazy.
They're usually made out of birch.
I ran into.
It's made out of birch, you said?
When I was living down the street from the skate park in Marina,
I don't see anything on that.
He has plexi in between his board. Got a clear.
This is another sick one right here.
I came to see the baby. Paradise was in here and said the baby and Tito are asleep. So
check
there
this
might
one
not
out.
be a baby visual tonight.
This is a Creature Everslick board from about 2 years ago, and the whole bottom is covered in Everslick, so you don't need rails. But it has the killer picture of the hockey players like fighting, and then it has a Jason like the goalkeeper mask on the bottom.
All right.
And then it also has the cool top graphic I put clear grip tape on.
No, you weren't too late, Handy Danny. She just came in and said the baby and Tito were sleeping, so probably no visual tonight. Unless Tito wakes up at some point.
So Scott, the only old board I have is this one here. All my old boards are gone, but this was literally the first. I didn't skateboard. I rode mountain bikes for about 30 years, and I didn't skateboard. And this was the first road board I bought here. Was this Bob Marley board from some shop? I don't even remember what it was at, but this is literally what got me back into riding again about 10 years ago. So I didn't ride, for many, many years. And then I got back on this road board, so that's pretty cool to me.
So you're the world of Max now? All right.
What?
What happened? Oh, no. Did my son get on the YouTube?
Yeah, but he changed his title.
Well, he's laughing. I guess something happened here I didn't know about.
Who's laughing in the background?
My son, Max.
Tell him to be quiet.
But he changed his channel name.
Video games or something.
Oh, he's 11.
Hey, check this out, though.
Hey, we were all 11 once.
Yeah, I was 11 playing video games.
Me too.
Check this
I
out,
was
though.
that age. How old was I when you gave me my first system, Mom? I think I was like 6 or 7.
Hey, you guys are right. That tastes way better. Hey, Scott, that is a rare commodity. Now, you know what made me upset about that logo is that they ended up making like a couple decks and all kinds of hats that said that because they stopped doing that. But you have the original, and that is awesome, man.
Well, no. See what it says on the bottom?
Team member, I know. That's what I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I'm telling you, though, they actually a couple years ago, they made a deck in some clothes that said team member on them.
I'll be back.
No. But this hat only went to team members.
No, I know, but that's what I'm telling you is they kind of sold out that whole premise a couple years ago and put merch out that said that.
Yeah, but this one's actually from like 86.
Oh, I know. My friends had those, Scott, at that time.
Yeah.
My friends all had those that were sponsored. You could only get them if you were sponsored by Santa Cruz.
And it's a yachting hat because it has a little thing right here.
Yep. Yeah, my friends, they gave me a couple of those stickers back in the day.
Yeah, I sold off all my shirts, but I used to have tons of shirts. I had the one with the hand when it was new, and they all said team member, and
that's rad.
But I sold them off years ago to a vintage store. When like back in the like early 2000s, when the old skate stuff got popular again.
Yeah.
I took
That's
all
when
my
they run really small wheels, I heard.
What?
They used to run really small wheels.
Oh yeah, wheels. I was there when wheels went big, then they went teeny, and then they kind of came to where they are now.
Right, but I heard they were like, I mean, I saw some stuff where they were like from 96 to about 2003, there were these little teeny weenies all over the streets. They would run these little tiny wheels. It was insane.
No, that actually happened in 1990. The wheels were seriously like that much bigger than the bearing.
No, I know, it's so weird.
But that was 90s when that happened.
So they started,
and then they came to where they are now.
Yeah, because I heard they were just breaking bearings all the time because there was not enough space between the wheel and the bearing. So like bearings and truck housings were breaking all the time.
No, but they were just too for vert. They were just too slow. They don't. I mean, the rolling because how fast they have to roll. It was like.
No, but I heard the other things were true too.
You have to pump so hard when they got so teeny. Everybody said they were going to do. Everybody kidded that they were going to do a bearing tape. You just had the bearing and you put it like a urethane tape over it. And that was your
pretty much. But they were breaking the hell. Trust me, I had lots of friends. They were breaking those bearings. They were breaking their trucks. Everything was breaking, dude. When you do a high, 7, 8, 10, 12 stair drop onto a little tiny wheel, trust me, it's breaking components on your skateboard. It's happening. There's just not enough wheel there.
Yeah, the wheel had some cushion. Bored. See what I did there? Yeah, they got ridiculously, and then they went up to about where they are now for the most part. But right before that, I went huge. I had a Santa Cruz 66s, the ones that were like that tall.
Yeah.
And they were like that thin.
Exactly.
And those were for vert and all that. They went big, and all of a sudden it reversed, and everything went teeny.
Well, they wanted to start making money off of more urethane, But anywho, I wanted to change the subject and tell you that I went out to Pismo with Max a couple weekends now, about 3 weekends. And yes, the fishing has been very tough. And I'll have to admit, everyone that I watched for hours wasn't catching shit. But every single day that I went out, I just want to tell our brothers in Central Coast, I caught 1 or 2 bass. And every time they were either 2, 3, or 4 pounds. I have all the pictures. And even
Where's
though
that
I
at?
still didn't, at Pinto, I didn't give up. And I still caught 1 or 2 fish every time I went out, and I didn't see anybody catch anything. So I just wanted to put that out there.
You haven't seen all the fish I've been catching at El Estero.
Well, no, I seen all that stuff, but I'm telling you that for Pinto, because even though it's been tough, I've still used what we know.
Yeah.
And
Smaller stuff.
I've still pulled in some really good fish for about a 4-hour fish time. I caught a fish every 2 hours. That is a long time, but it's still better than nothing. And they were quality fish, 2, 3, 4 pounds every time. So I just want to tell you, Scott, because I haven't got to talk to you about what's been happening in my fishing world, but I still pulled it in every time I went fishing.
Show off. What's your son thinking?
I'm not showing off. I'm just saying.
No, I'm more happy about the fish I caught at El Estero.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy about the fish that I caught at Lover's Point.
Yeah, that's the ocean.
Yeah, I was sitting on the edge.
Oh, I'm shutting everything.
I was discovering new spots for the first time, and yeah.
Yeah, the ocean's, well, that's where I go in the winter because it's easy.
I mean, but hey, it was cold. I ain't gonna lie. Where I was at, the wind was hitting me pretty good, and yeah,
that's why you go to the pier in the winter because you can catch the freaking rockfish all year.
Yeah, but I wasn't at the pier, baby. I was over at a Silmar.
Well, but you're still getting the same fish.
Yeah, but you're not climbing on. But I was climbing on rocks,
Yeah, that's why I like the pier. It's flat. It's cement.
Yeah, I know. I like scary things. I like being adventurous.
Rocks are slippery.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna fish the jetty in Moss Landing, and then I was like, okay, I got maybe 15 feet into the rocks, and then I really looked up, and I was like, do I really, really want to do this? And I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. There are certain type of rock forms that I will climb. Jetty rocks like that, no, I won't climb. Like
I have videos. I have videos of the jetty.
But if it's like a Silmar rocks, and I'll do it. But I can't do jetty rocks.
So out here in Santa Cruz, we have the harbor, the Santa Cruz Harbor, which has jacks. They're those giant. They look like jacks when you play them when you're a kid with the jacks and a ball.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're slippery as snot, dude. And I've had so many moments in my life. I've lived in town for 40 years, messing around on those jacks when I was a kid, and I mean, it's some scary stuff. I mean, you could seriously be dead, like in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like over on the jetty, like in Moss Landing, I was like, dude, like there was no flats area in case if anything fell, like my keys or like anything came out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I lost stuff
there.
I
was like, I'm good. Like there has to be flat surface at the bottom. So.
I lost baits in there. I lost one of my pliers in there, and
yeah,
I'm just wondering. Yeah. I'm wondering how many cell phones are in there. There's got to be many of them down there.
I always, whenever I take my son out to the jacks, I'm just like, okay, this is the protocol, like you don't even understand. You bang your head against a thing of concrete, even if you fall 6 feet, you're going to be freaking, you're going to be toast, man. You got to take it seriously. We have West Cliff Drive over here in Santa Cruz, and there are literally like thousands of people that have been out on the cliff and have fallen off or got hit by a wave. And I always tell my son about that. I'm like, love our beauty around here, but also make sure you're aware of like
Be
the
careful.
dangers of the cliff.
Yeah.
You don't. That's why it's called a cliff.
Yeah,
It's
for real.
not.
Because I was
Yeah,
over. What was it? I was over by Sunny Cove last week.
Oh yeah.
And what was it? Like I wanted to fish the right side, but to get it over to the right side, it seemed like you had to live on, that side of the beach to fish that cliff.
No, you don't have to. There's a stairwell. There's a stairwell that goes in between the houses. That they don't own the reef there. They only own where their wall is of their house. So if you walk up and you kind of look in between the houses there's actually a walkway that goes through in between the houses down to that reef there so you can fish.
Oh my God.
You just have to look for it.
When I looked over there, I just wanted to fish it. I was like, there has to be some way. I tried looking and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay on this left side, and I ended up catching a fish. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's like I like Pinto because it's predictable. I don't like fishing on the ocean. I don't like fishing on the ocean because the ocean's unpredictable to me. You get some wind, you get this or that. You don't have the right equipment. I've seen guys out there in skiffs where I drove by and I went skateboarding at Derby, which is by Westcliff. I go skateboarding. I look out at the ocean. Everything was calm and cool. 3 hours went by. I came back by, and there's like a windstorm and a 2-foot swell, and I see these guys in these skiffs trying to get back to the wharf to save their life, And those kind of things I don't like about the ocean.
I don't like it either. I don't, because it's
like you said,
high tide, low tide, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like the ocean because it is predictable, but it does have its moments.
Predictable.
It's not predictable to me. It's a very chaotic place.
You gotta know the tide. You gotta know everything.
Yeah,
you gotta really be on it.
Yeah, you gotta know the tide. You gotta know.
I can tell you that. I'll sit there for like 20 minutes and be like, oh, I know the wind's gonna pick up. The temperature's gonna drop probably 5 degrees, and be like, "Yep, here's the wind. Here's the temperature drop."
No, we understand that.
Yeah, but
we understand that premise.
It's how high the tide is, how low the tide is, direction.
Yeah,
all that stuff matters when you're in the ocean. You don't get that in the lake.
And when you're on a skiff, you're generally running the seaweed, the kelp that's coming up, that's growing from the bottom to try to catch rockfish. And you're in the tidal area, you're in the wave area. You're in an area where you can get pushed into the rock or the coastline really quickly. Yeah. And those kind of things just really sketchy to me.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't overanalyze dying by the ocean.
Yeah. It was crazy too, because when I was fishing Lover's Point, I ended up catching like 4 fish, and a lot of people, they come down, tourists or local people, and they'd be like, see me fish. They'd be like, oh, you can fish over here? I'm like, yeah, you see me doing it, right? So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, so you can fish. Oh,
they're like, damn, there's fish here.
And all of a sudden, like, as I'm talking to him, oh, got a fish, reeling it in, But I was about to call it a day, right? I was like, I already wasted like a whole pack of sandworms, going to multiple spots and,
getting hung up to the right spot. Yeah.
So all of a sudden I look up, there's like maybe 3 kids with wetsuits on. I'm like, don't tell me these kids are gonna fucking jump off these rocks. I'm like, hey, you guys gonna jump off these rocks? They're like, yeah, we're gonna jump off these rocks.
All right.
I'm like, you guys gotta be fucking careful, dude. Like, are you guys from around here? No. I'm like, well, be safe, be careful, man. I don't want to see you guys up on the news. That's just it. And then all of a sudden, this one chick comes over. She's like, you seen a group of guys? I was like, yeah, they just jumped in the water. So she ended up jumping in the water with him, and I was like, damn, these some crazy ass kids. Like
Oh yeah.
at the time where they were jumping, it was becoming low tide.
Oh really?
Really?
And it was probably a foot where the tide is at on the measuring.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I'm
oh,
just looking. I gotta fix my board again. I keep looking at my board and I'm like, I gotta re-glue the tail.
but like I told Scott, man, I had a fish on. Like I was just sitting there, and I was getting bites, and I know at this particular spot where I was casting, there's definitely perch and rockfish. I mean, there are good sized perch because I feel like every time I get a perch and it comes off, it comes floating to the surface. It's happened to me twice already. So I'm like, that's the perch that was on my line, got off. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's floating in the water dead.
you
You
killed
know,
him.
I killed him. You know, I killed two perch already. You know, but yeah, I was sitting there, I was feeling them like just hitting. I'm like, man, take it
Oh, I'm
already.
back. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Hey Chris.
I passed
so,
out. Just kidding. I had to take a leak.
Hey Chris.
What's up?
I had a good question from NJ.
Okay, because I'm not looking at the chat, so you definitely have to let me know what's up because I just don't have that on.
This is when I was skating, and he said, "Which do you love better, skateboarding or fishing?" And I said, "They're so different." I mean, it's like I don't know. For me, yeah, I learned to fish, and now it's kind of what I mean. It's kind of easy in a way, but
I have a good answer for myself, but I'll let you keep going here.
yeah, but it's like skating is so different because that's why like everyone's like, "What's your PB?" And for a lot of time, I never kept track of my PB, and now I just learned how to catch them and learn different lures and that. But with skating, to learn a trick, like when you're spending like a month trying that trick and trying that trick and trying to land it, when you do it, it's to me, it's a way better feeling than catching your biggest bass. It's just such a different feeling to be able to master something that you couldn't do. And it's all, it's physical. It's your body movement, your body shape, your twisting, learning to me, the compared to catching a certain fish, to me, that's kind of, I mean, you hook them, you fight them and that's kind of, but skating is such a different thing to me.
Right.
So I don't know. So what's your answer?
My answer is when I think about skateboarding, I think about skydiving. It's exhilaration. It's exhilaration. I'm only thinking about that one thing that I'm doing at that moment. That is riding that board and making it do what I want it to do.
Right.
And then with fishing, fishing is like fishing is like in the lake, just for what we do with largemouth. That specific type of fishing is like shooting a deer. You're sitting there inside of the little canopy that's camouflaged, and it could be like even 20 minutes feels like 2 hours when you feel like you should already have a fish when you're like Scott and me, or me and Scott, whatever you want to say, and then all of a sudden that you get that kill or you catch that fish, it's like your heart starts pounding, and then 5 minutes later it goes away, and you could fish another 2 hours from that one fish.
Yeah.
That's like that's the two worlds for me. If I really thought about it, you know.
Yeah, but see, I don't know. With me, skating is always different. I know fishing's always different, but when you were a skater and like me when I was sponsored in skating, there's constantly new tricks. There's new tricks. There's new, and
Well,
fishing is
I'll
like,
ask you the question. What do you think I feel like it's better, video games or fishing?
What do you like better, video games or fishing?
I know
I really want to know.
we don't know. We
Oh
don't play
man.
video games. Well, I don't, but
I do.
I don't.
Well, I'll tell you this. I will honestly have a deep love for video games, you know. But if I could, I honestly would be out fishing more than anything.
What
Yeah,
do you
I
think
think
you
it's
get more out of fishing? Because I understand, like, I play video games too. I literally devote a Saturday for about 5 hours with my son. That's out of a 7-day week, but I
Hmm.
devote that Saturday. We call it game day,
game day.
and
Yeah.
we put our PS4s on, our Xbox, whatever we got, and we
Right.
throw that stuff up, and that's our hours, you know, where we're just like, you know what, we're
Right.
just gonna game, right? So I understand your exhilaration about that,
Right.
but I was gonna ask you about fishing, though. I bet with you it is you're mobile, you're breathing fresh air, you're in control of a real life situation that I know you're actually really good at.
Who is
Wouldn't you
that?
say?
Yeah. I can say that honestly, from where I started from fishing, I've gotten a lot better. A lot better.
Yeah.
I've caught so many fish that it's still blowing my mind today. You know, every time I catch a fish, it's like, holy crap, I got a fish. What am I doing that's catching this fish? You know, it's like
I saw
it's
that with you. Like
exhilarating. You know?
your skills haven't, not to interrupt you, but your skills have improved a lot.
Thank you. And you know, I do sometimes, you know, on my days where I'm working Grubhub, I will devote a day of straight watching videos of fishing and learning different techniques and different styles, watching Scott's old videos of what he's been doing, and you know, just branch out or
Right.
you just study the game. You know, you can't. I mean, you can start by just going out and just do it,
Yeah.
or you can sit there and you can study a little bit and
Right.
and do hands on. Me, I learn hands on. So I have to go out there and do it. I can sit there and watch all day, but unless I don't do it, you know, unless I do it, I'm not gonna catch fish.
That's what I always tell Scott. He kind of doesn't. He gets pissed at me, but he always goes, "I taught Chris everything he knows. Damn it!" And then I'm like, yes, you did. You taught me a lot, but I went out every day and spent hours and hours learning what you taught me to actually make it
Right.
work.
Right.
And I'm just telling you that I feel like you've done the same thing. You've learned a lot from Scott, and you've learned a lot from watching videos on YouTube. And I've just noticed that, you know, when you're fishing, you're like into what you're doing, and that's what
He
it's
just
all
gets a little
about.
pissed if he doesn't catch anything, though.
Oh,
Well,
you should see
hey,
me the days I don't
that's all
catch fish.
right.
Oh my god, I
He
don't even
throws
want to
fish.
talk to nobody. I don't even want to hear it. It's
I
like
mean, I love
point the
see
camera at me. I was like, why am I even here?
Oh
sort
man,
of
that's hilarious.
sort of the thing with me though is I got really good at fishing and I got really good at skateboarding pretty much at the same time.
Right.
So my concept of which was my favorite, it's because I was really good at both, but the skating was just it was more exhilarating and it was more because it was it's just so different. I mean, it's you on the board, it's you learning a trick, and with me,
For
once you
me,
learn,
it's the size of the fish, Scott. Like, if there's like a really big one, like we've caught, like where we were getting some like 5 and almost 6 pounders, and there was well, let's say 4 to maybe a 6 pounder, but there was multiples. And when you keep grabbing those, I mean, I don't know, that felt pretty close to riding a skateboard on some sketchy stuff. I mean, I felt my heart rate go up, just over and over again.
Just getting good. Yeah, but I don't know. I said for me, the challenge to catch fish now isn't nearly as exciting at my age as it is for me to get back on the skateboard.
Oh no, that's cool. I totally respect that.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's made me feel so much younger and everything. It's because I don't know. But I mean, fishing, it's once you get good enough and you do it a lot, it's predictable.
Yeah.
But skating, there's always new tricks. There's always new parks. There's always new transitions. There's always, I mean, you get to the point when you're fishing and you kind of have it figured out. To me, right now, it becomes, I mean, anyway, I get pissed if I don't catch anything, but it gets pretty easy.
Yeah.
And so with skating now, for me, it's just like, it used to be so easy. Now I got to learn it all over again. And that's the fun part, is learning it over, especially at almost 55 years old, to be back to what's in my mind and what my body remembers doing.
Right. You also have to get the memory muscle back,
Yeah, but fishing, it's still, I'm not, at my age, the casting and the working them and all that is still exactly the same. I mean,
right.
Compared to going back and trying to skate again. I mean, at the casting.
Hey, Scott, you're kind of like an SUV, you got the cargo on top for the family. It's a little heavy, right? I've been there, man. Yeah. Even I've been there.
Well, I said in the skating, I'm Benjamin Button, because anyway, I'm not getting younger, but I'm getting younger in the fact that my body's starting to remember it, and as I do it more, it's like I'm getting younger.
Let's see your Bill dance
internally. It's like
Bill dance.
I can tell you what, man.
Right now.
When I skate, I'm just completely as sober as a nun, man. I don't do nothing when I skate, man. When I'm not kidding you, man. My whole entire life. I mean, I'm not even shitting you one bit.
Oh yeah.
When I ride a skateboard, I don't touch alcohol, cannabis, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing, dude.
Hey, why don't you do a TikTok video? You know what I'm saying? Of that one dude. I forgot. Some dog. He did it with the juice. He was skating down the street, did the music, and then he hit the juice at the end, and then he ended up singing the song.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What? You guys never seen that video?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see if I don't watch TV that much, so.
No, but he's gotten so popular, and he's gotten Ocean Spray. That's what it was. It was Ocean Spray. Let me see. And then I'll be able to play it.
Well, here's something people don't know. Actually, I think I told the story before. But in the 80s, I went in and did a screen thing, a test for being on a Capri Sun commercial.
Oh wow! I never heard this one.
No, it was when it was first coming out, and they wanted skaters. And I actually went in, sat down. They had the camera on me, when you go into audition for something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I sat down there and auditioned, and it was for some juice in a bag, because nobody'd ever heard of that. I didn't end up getting it. Another kid I know ended up getting the spot, but the pro was Eric Grisham. It was at Reseda Skate Park. They filmed it, and he was there skating, and all of a sudden they went, "Hey, can you go up for an invert and throw him the bag as he goes by?" And but they introduced Capri Sun on the East Coast first. They filmed it out
okay.
here, so I never actually saw it. But I actually went in for a screening for being the kid that was in one of the first ever Capri Sun commercials. Because the manager of my park, they came into the park, were asking people, and I went in with my dad, and I sat down. They asked me questions, and I remember my dad was mad because I was very like unanimated and kind of quiet.
You look like you're just like.
Yeah, I was just. I don't know. I went back then, and I didn't, not like I am now with cameras. That was like first thing. I'm sitting there. There's a camera. I mean, there's people asking me questions. I'm sitting on the stool. I'm just kind of like, and yeah, they just want to get an idea of my personality and all that other stuff. And
What kind of questions were they asking you?
I don't even remember, dude. It was like
Oh,
1980.
come on.
It was like
Come on.
1980.
Dig.
No, I don't remember them at all. I don't remember them at all.
Huh.
I remember going there.
I wonder if they asked you like what kind of television shows you like, what kind of cereal you like, maybe what kind of clothes you like. Isn't it kind of those kind of things where they're like,
I don't know. I mean, they were asking stuff so they could see your personality, so on camera. And all that. But I was very, really R5. But I just was very quiet and didn't really talk much. And the thing I remember the most is when I left, my dad's like, "Why weren't you being yourself? Why were you so quiet? Why weren't you like?" Because he was in there while they were asking me the questions and watching me. But I'm like, I was nervous. Like the camera was there, and these weird people asked me questions. I'm like, I don't know what they want. Like I didn't know what they were looking for as far as personality and all that stuff. So yeah, but it was a little guy that also skated at my skate park that actually got the gig. So that's the one time I got, I kind of think of it like Joey from Friends, where he always goes in for screenings, just never gets it. That was my one limelight, and yeah, I lost out to my like best friend that was at the skate park. Yeah, well.
You know what's funny?
What?
Hey, you know what's funny, Scott? Back in the day, you remember the plaza, the DoubleTree Plaza over on Alvarado?
Oh yeah, that's where my mom and my stepdad met.
You remember how popular that spot is? How popular that spot was back in the day?
Oh yeah, the DoubleTree. Yeah, that was great.
And you know what?
Wait, I think Chris is back.
I will tell you how much it has changed there. So Chris, check this out. So there's a spot here in Monterey that's called the DoubleTree Hotel. It's on the bottom of Alvarado. And
I know exactly where that is.
What's it called now?
I think it's called it's still the DoubleTree.
And it's a DoubleTree.
It's still the DoubleTree.
No, it's not. It's not the DoubleTree anymore.
What?
It hasn't been the DoubleTree for freaking like 10 years. No, that's where the car show is.
All right, look it up. Go look it up.
That's where the car show is that I filmed some of my car shows at the De La Gone. It's not the DoubleTree anymore.
Map right quick. Okay.
What is it? The Monterey Bay Inn or something?
Something like that. It's not the DoubleTree.
Portola Plaza.
What?
Portola Plaza.
Yeah, it hasn't been a DoubleTree for like 10 years.
Same thing. Okay. All right.
You just told me it was still the DoubleTree, dude. It hasn't been a DoubleTree in like 10 years.
There was a DoubleTree Portola Plaza back then. Right? I don't want to hear.
Oh man.
Same thing. If you're OG like me, it's the DoubleTree back then. We're going back when it was
I'm down with you, homie. Over here in Santa Cruz, we have the Dream Inn, and they called it the West Coast Hotel, and everyone like was pissed off, and they turned it back into the Dream Inn again. So
How about this? How about this?
I hear you.
The gas station I worked at, it's called Speedway, and everybody still calls it USA gas station.
There you go.
Right? Yeah. So
Hey, here's one for you. There's this place in Monterey that used to be called the DoubleTree,
Yeah.
yeah,
and everybody still calls it the DoubleTree, but it's a totally different name now. It's been that way for like 10 years.
yeah. So check this out.
What's the name?
A Portola Plaza, a hotel and spa.
That's bullcrap.
But everybody still calls it the DoubleTree, evidently.
But everybody still calls it the DoubleTree, baby.
DoubleTree in the house.
Yeah,
I used to
I
check
told
it.
you that.
Back
That's where my mom. That's where my mom and my stepdad met, dancing at the. Remember they had the dance place at the top. It was like a club.
Like the ballroom.
Yeah,
so check it. This hotel from I believe 95 to 2000, maybe 2002. This was a very popular skate spot. Now, this is how popular the skate spot was. There was security there. If you were skating there, you were instantly tackled.
Holy crap.
Here,
Oh yeah, you still can't
They
skate
were-
there.
tackling your ass. Even if you weren't doing a trick, you're riding through. Boom. What
Yeah.
do you do?
Well, see, here's the thing.
Basically, you had to walk your board.
Here's the thing. My parents met there in 1987.
And you know what's the crazy thing is? I don't see a single skater going through there. Like,
And now
I
in the winter,
spent hours just chilling out there, and like, there's no skater today. There's
now
no
in the winter, you can ice skate there, man.
skate there all you want. They're not going to do anything. But I guess the reputation of, oh, they will come out and tackle your ass. I guess it's now. No. You know what? It's actually been videotaped. A chick
Check
was
Mike is
skating,
in the house.
down there, and all of a
What's up,
sudden,
Mac?
a guard came up from behind her and tackled her, and then ended up calling 911 on her.
Yeah, whatever.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
We used to skate in the parking lot there.
It's actually on YouTube.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Scott,
No.
do you make money off of these panel shows?
I do if they stay clean enough. They get not limited or no ads.
I just wanted to share this jerky, but
Hey, so I
Yeah.
get money for sleeping on stream? Hell yeah, let's go.
No, it's not from that. It's no. You can show it. No, it's things only get
Pacific
demonetized
Gold's
from
pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Pacific Gold is actually pretty good.
I get demonetized from language or subject matter more than. I mean, hello, I have this. I have this. All monetized. It's just when certain subjects come up.
this episode of
Yeah, they're pretty good, man. They're pretty good.
is sponsored by
YouTube listens.
Right.
YouTube listens more than they watch, so they don't watch it physically. They listen, and that's what they pick everything up on to demonetize you or limit you. Or yesterday's it's limited no ads, but my
what
friends.
happened?
Well, I'm at the skate park, dude. The F word's like every 5 minutes.
What do you mean? It's like every 30 seconds, I'm sure, not
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Every
hard
time
to-
someone does something, it's OF, dude, I messed up.
Yeah, or my friend comes up and starts talking to the camera and saying it every like other word while he's talking, and I'm just like, come on, man.
He's all F did he FF FF.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah. And one got I got shared because I was there and somebody was playing music in the background and picked it up. So I got to stay away from anybody playing music. And then, well, I didn't know because my friend, I watched it. I watched all the skate park today. And I listened to my friend Larry that I asked up. And for like, I don't know, the 3 minutes he was there, it was like an F-bomb every 30 seconds. And I'm just like, all right. And then sure enough, it got hit with limited or no ads because of content not advisable to most advertiser, not friendly to most. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm at a skate park, it's happening. But they're getting the most views. They're getting the most views of me in my lives for a while now. I think every single one of them's gotten like well over 200 views.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, you were gone?
Yeah, I was conversating with my mother.
I didn't notice.
How could you notice?
What's on the agenda?
We're gonna pack up Spirit Halloween.
That's what we do. That's what we're doing up in my house too, man.
No, this one guy. I was working. I ended up starting working at Spirit Halloween a couple days ago, last Sunday. And this dude comes in and he buys like $898 worth of mechanical dolls and stuff.
I already heard this story.
Chris did hear the story.
I didn't hear it, man.
Yeah, bro. What are you doing?
Come on.
Yeah, man.
Did he get a discount?
Yeah, he
I want to
did.
hear the story.
Yeah,
So he bought
original
$800 worth of dolls. That's what you said from where you work.
price was $989. He was like, "Can I get a military discount?" Showed his military card, got 10%, came out to $898.
Wow.
He ended up straight up took displays and everything. He was like, "Give me the IT display. Give me the one that you guys are actually building right now." I'm like, "Dang."
Did you know you can still get military discount here at McDonald's?
Maybe.
Yeah. Do you know you also get a senior discount at McDonald's too?
Yeah, well, no,
maybe at Starbucks.
Well, can I get a Black Lives Matter discount?
But no, they still do military.
I want to go there.
I saw a guy at McDonald's when I worked at Marshall's. He's in there. He goes, "Oh, you give military?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." Well, because we used to have 4 doors.
I've actually had somebody come to me while working and bought me a lottery ticket.
All right, good night.
Good night. And next thing that said was Black Lives Matter. I looked at him and ripped up the ticket. I'm like, I don't want this fucking ticket if you're gonna say Black Lives Matter.
Thank you, because I feel like they have done so much to hurt Black, African Americans. All my friends growing up were Hispanic and African American, and I can't believe what I'm seeing that's being done in their so-called name for trying to put a whole group of people into one category when everyone has their own thoughts. No one is ever in one category because of the color of your skin, man. It's who you are as a person.
Hey guys, wasn't I just talking about here goes my monetization? These are the type of subjects that they like. I mean,
oops.
I'm just being honest. This is the stuff they listen to because it's.
Yeah, I know. Who started that? Hey, you need to boot whoever opened up that door.
Yeah. I wonder who started that.
I didn't start it.
I didn't start it either.
He did.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that BLM word. I wasn't me.
Me neither.
Yeah, I know.
Neither.
But I'm just saying, I don't know. It's just weird for people because they don't. I mean, yeah, when you guys are on that side and you're just on here with me, but for me at this point, it's like it's what I'm trying to do. So
Yeah, let's monetize free speech, you guys. Yeah. Woo.
yeah, I mean, you just never
Hold on.
you just never know what they're gonna look at
Say.
when because they're listening all the time.
Well,
And
I
it's
just
like-
I just feel like everyone should be treated the same. That's all I'm saying. Besides all of what you're saying, so I think that's just fair.
You know, I really want to say what I really want to say, but I really don't want to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have respect for the person you're on with, don't you?
Right.
I mean, we're all talking about respect here, so
Right. I
that's-
respect all you guys. I mean, you guys know that. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I
but
respect
said, like,
everybody's opinion.
well, like last night when I was fishing, I was there and there's a guy there and he turned on his music.
Yeah.
And I went, could you, I'm monetized, could you please not do that? They're going to pick it up. They're going to do a copyright thing. And no, he just kept playing it and playing. I had to walk away from him because I'm like, all right, well, that's sort of disrespect because, I mean, they're on my live and they're talking to people and also he just puts on this thing and starts playing the music. And I'm like, could you not do that? And no, he just kept playing it and just kept playing. So I had to walk away from him. I'm like, his other friends started playing. I mentioned to him, he goes, oh, yeah, I respect that. He turned it off, but the other guy just kept playing it. And I'm like, it's like, I don't make much money off it and I just don't want to get dinged. So could you respect
I'm
me
sure
a bit?
there's a lot of good people that had good intentions with that, but I just feel like the television made it seem like something else, and that's all really my point was. I don't have I'm just saying, like, to sum it up, I don't have a specific emotional feeling about any of those organizations. I'm just saying what the history has been portrayed to us is what it is. And that's about it.
I said I respect everybody until I know them long enough to know not to respect them. That's my philosophy.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's just the way you do it. That's the way everybody should do it. Respect them, be nice to them, but if you suddenly know them and you suddenly learn who they are or they're disrespectful to you or whatever, then I gave them a chance and
give them some crappy worms and they won't catch anything.
Yeah, and I don't.
I've already been there, you guys. He did it to me. He gave me this worm, and he's all, "Oh yeah, man, this is the one." And I threw it out, and I didn't catch shit. And I was like, "Yeah, I know. Thanks, Scott. I thought we were brothers."
That's just sort of my philosophy. It's like, hey,
yeah, thank you, Scott.
I never disrespected you, but I've known you long enough. I've known you long enough now that I can't be friends. It's just sorry.
What's up?
I said that's what it's. I said you respect everybody, but then if you know them long enough and you just see them, suddenly you learn who they actually are.
Right.
Then you're like, I'm done with you. Like,
yeah, I hear that.
But I never start out that way. It's always respect, and then you have to know them. You know, it's not like their color, their skin, or whatever, anything else. It's I respect everybody until the point that I know them long enough that they've done enough stuff that I'm like, he's not a good guy or she's not a good girl or whatever. It's like
whatever, right?
But it's never off the bat.
Right.
You always have to get to know them before you go. But a lot of people nowadays, it's off the bat just because of.
Right. No, like I think you and I mean, you know, we've been up and down, but I respect you, man. I always have a good time going out and fishing with you, and it's always been it always is really fun. I always felt like even if you were grumpy or if I was grumpy, no matter what, it would even out into a day of fun. Like, so we kind of like would balance each other out through the fishing trip, which I always kind of felt like was interesting. because we can always like communicate like brothers. That's what I always say, like a brother from another
that's
mother,
what it
you know?
And guess
Yeah.
what? Brothers fight. I mean,
Brothers fight, and then they reunite.
hey, my best friend at his house one time, we were swimming, and I don't know, we got an argument, whatever, and he picked up my freaking bike and threw it over his wall
Oh yeah.
into his driveway, and ended up like bending my thing and all. Guess what? Like 4 days later, we're best friends again. It was just
Exactly.
It was just an argument. We both apologized. He helped me like bend it back and fix it. But when you're close enough friends with somebody, it's just like being married. It's never going to be happy all the time. You're going to argue. You're going to have conversations. But you forgive.
Man, we have argued so many times, especially when I first started fishing with you. I always would just have like, oh man, I don't know.
I can't stand none of you people.
Oh, I got nothing but love for you, baby.
Death, I just can't stand the
He's
crap
out. He's out.
He's out.
He's out.
He's gone.
Yeah, I can take you off the panel, man. No, but
video game time.
But see, the thing is, even in the you've noticed this, Wasabi. I mean, I keep the stuff out of it when we're filming together. I mean, I leave a little bit, just like, you know, and like the last show at O'Neill when I went to do the day so far, and you go, keep me off the damn camera. And I kept that little clip where I walk up. I kept that little clip where I walk up, and you're like, I don't even want to fucking be here anymore. I didn't, you know, I didn't extend it. I didn't keep it further. I just
That's
kept little.
Funny though.
Yeah, I just kept little. That's what I do. I respect it.
Time I actually threw my pole. I got that mad. I threw my.
That
pole.
was funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and Backroads have been at it before too.
Yeah.
Backroads is
what Scott and I is, it's like what happens, it's an energy thing. If I am kind of negative when we first get on the boat, then Scott kind of feels that, and it reverberates until we catch a fish. But if I'm in a really good mood and he's in a really good mood, but then he's not catching any fish and he starts getting all grumpy, then I start to feel that, and maybe I'll catch a fish. And then, but that could also be switched around to me where he's catching and I'm not catching. So it's always that kind of vibration about the energy of like the adrenaline of catching or you know, how you felt that morning. It's really weird.
Yeah, but see, a lot of it is like, well, Chex said it. And a lot of this, when I'm with you guys and everything else, it comes down to what Chex said.
No, like with me, like when Scott starts catching fish, like I'm thinking, dang it. Okay, like I know I'm next. I know I gotta be catching fish here soon. And then
that's a good energy.
Like almost halfway through, I could tell. Like I don't know, like probably like the first half hour to an hour, I can tell if I'm gonna be hitting all day. Because if I get nothing the first hour, then it's gonna be a tough day.
No, but what I'm saying is, Chex said it.
What? Thank you. Can you close my door, please?
That sort of thing with me. I am with you guys and everything else, but in my head and everything else, we're having fun and all that, but I'm still creating something and making something. Yeah. So.
No, I know that part of you. We've discussed this.
Yeah, in my mind, you know, I'm at work. I mean, this is it's just fun to be there, but you invited me along, and I'm the one that's doing it to try to make a living out of it. So
I was leaving that part out when I brought up your frustration about not catching fish.
Yeah, But then
Yeah,
I've
but
been
that's just
like,
it.
okay,
And,
maybe
and
the second
we've
half.
talked about it. I've talked about it with you, Chris, and
Right.
all that.
I wasn't going that deep, but you brought it there. So yeah.
Well, no,
I mean,
Chex brought it there.
listen, there's a reality to filming with Scott or fishing with him. You could see either way. He wants to catch fish to make a film, and it's
Or
not
I
really
want
all
content.
about him. No, I'll have to give it to you though, honestly. It's not all about you actually catching fish. It's just about fish
content.
being caught. No, it's the truth, and people need to know that. You've always been that way with me. It's not about you catching fish. It's about just let's catch some
Right.
fish, either you or me, or maybe we'll film someone in another boat catching
Yeah.
fish, right? You know,
what you're saying is, and when I said it, it's about content. Like,
right.
even if I don't catch anything, if I can capture enough that it's entertaining and fun. And that's what I'm doing in the background when I'm with you guys and all that. My thought is always about, just something funny happens or something different happens. I mean, that's why I film, and you know this, Chris. The second we get in the boat, my camera is on. Correct?
But my point really is that you don't put pressure on me, at least, to be like, hey, Chris, you have to catch something for my show. That's what my point is.
I never do that.
It's not about that. You have a lot of, it's personal anxiety that you get, which I start to feed on. I'm like, you're like, man, I got to catch something. You're just vocal about wanting to make a show, which is, it's what you're doing. It's understandable. But I start to feel that vibe, sometimes it's not every time we go out, I think you've actually calmed down. You've calmed down a lot about that. But in the beginning, when I first met you for the first year when we filmed, it was definitely like that. But it made me fish harder, and it also made me not give up, and now that I fish, whenever I go out and fish, I just pretty much do it how I always do it, and it doesn't feel like work or anything. It's just like, that's how I fish when I go out,
Right, but that's just what I said, and I'm much more, I don't know, much more calm and much more confident in me being CCB now, and that's only happened like in the last year, and that's kind of showing in my shows, I think, because I always wanted to be CCB, but I never thought I was CCB.
It's like a dual personality or something. You have to just accept the role you become and who you are. Right.
And now I'm getting much more realizing that, well, I'm CCB. I have 3,000 subs. I have people that watch me. I don't have to try and be CCB. I am. But I was, for a lot of it, when I first met you, Nat, it was like, I was too caught up in, we got to catch fish. Oh, we got to do this. Oh, that.
Yeah.
And now it's just, screw it. We go out, we have fun, we fish. I look over a lot more of the videos now and edit them a lot different and try to put in a lot of storyline, a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And it's changed for me, and it's changed for me in 2020, which is like the worst year anybody or most people have had.
I told my son, man, when you're 11, you're never going to forget when you were 11 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said it's really weird, because everybody's going to want to forget 2020. But for me, in the way that I'm doing my shows now and the way I've changed them, it was an epic year for me.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear, man. Progression is good.
And I think it was just because of everything that happened. I couldn't go out. I couldn't go places. And it just sort of, and a lot of I don't know, for some reason, it really changed my perspective of what I'm creating now. And it came out of something that was so dark. So I don't know. I mean, artists are always like, a lot of their best work is when they're shooting heroin or something. It's just like a lot of their greatest stuff comes out of.
Well, I don't know, man. Albert Einstein didn't do anything. I read his whole autobiography that he approved, and his family approved, and he didn't take any psychedelics. But what was weird about him, just real quick, was he did have a psychedelic experience when he saw math equations. He saw
Right.
them visually inside of his head, and when the equations came together, he wrote them down on paper, which I think is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Tito, yo, what it do?
Where's Tito?
But what I was saying is, it's I don't know. It's just so weird that I was always
Tito.
trying to be Center Coast Bass instead of, and it's weird. And I remember this too. Remember when I'm out and I put on the hat and I
Yeah,
turn on the camera? You always go, "Oh, now he's the character," and I'm
yeah,
like, "What?"
exactly. I'm
He's
like,
like,
oh, here we go. It's time to go to work, boys. That's what
Yeah.
I always tell you.
and
I
you're
tell
like,
you that every
stay
time
in
off camera.
character. I stay in character.
"Well, that's what that was just it." When he said that to me, I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, the character's you, but
What
Right.
you see
You
is
change.
what you get.
you change when you turn the camera on."
That's what I said.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
that's because that's when we start creating what's happening. So yeah, it
Right.
changes.
That's
I said, oh no, I gotta. It's you know what with me is that I don't change. Like right now, it's like this is who I am. This is who Scott is. This is who you are. Right. In the video, it's the same thing, but there's this thing about you wanna bring some kind of quality though to Scott's editing, you know? So I
Yeah,
always try to have a lot of conversations with him and like we talk about all kinds of crap, and
right.
I think I try to make it fun for you when you go through the editing. You're like, if you get bored, you can listen to a conversation, you know, and we'll laugh. You can laugh about something we talked about, you know, and oh,
Right.
Chris is a
Or
crazy,
now I
a
put it on the
crazy
members only.
bastard.
Now I put them on the members only so other people can see like the stuff
Oh,
that goes in
I
the
didn't know that.
background.
I should get that for free if you're putting me on there.
Yeah, you're on there. Yeah, you're on the members only videos, dude. A lot of our
Oh, man.
conversations when we're on the point.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know. What did I say? Was it bad? Was it not good?
No, it's break time, you know. And we started talking about. Remember the one time with the blow darts when I was talking about you making those little things and shooting people, and you could.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that.
This was back when Low Budget was on, and he was still a member, and he goes, "Yeah, I loved it. You're teaching people how to kill people with native plants and tins, and
That's
just
so
put a little
funny.
Ferrari on them, and you can kill people." And you were talking about when you used to throw those sticky things onto people's shirts and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They're like they have a long point with a round ball at the end, and you could throw those on the people. Yeah.
And they all stick to your shirt and everything. Yeah, that whole conversation's on one of my members only videos. It's behind the scenes with me and Chris.
Yeah. I
And I
didn't
put
know
one
that
on with-
existed.
Oh, yeah, it's on there.
I want the DVD compilation.
It's on there. And I did one with Tito and when we were there with me and Paradise and him, and I'm sitting on when he broke his pole, and I put a little clip of it into the actual video, but we were sitting there talking for like 20 minutes or 10 minutes or
Dude,
something.
I
put
want
the
to
whole
throw
thing
that
on.
out there. If anyone like seriously throws together the Chris and Scott or Scott and Chris compilation disc, that would be pretty sick, man. I'd like to show that to my son. How many damn shows have we done together? I mean, there's quite a few, right?
There's gotta be at least 20,
At least 20, right? That's pretty good.
probably.
That's pretty good.
I would think.
I
If you look
think
back, if you look
this
back at my
winter-
history,
I think this winter, Scott, we're gonna get some good fishing.
yeah.
We're,
Well,
we're gonna snatch them.
There's one. There's one thing I'd never put up, and I think I still have the footage. But remember the one with you and Wayne?
Where him and I went fishing?
No. Remember?
Oh, no. Yeah, you can't do that, dude. That's not cool, man. You said you wouldn't even bring that up again. We got past that, man, like men. You can't bring that up. That's not cool, dog.
I've never put it up, but I still have the footage. So
Yeah, no, hell no. You leave
maybe
that. You let dead dogs rest, or whatever the hell they say.
Oh, come on, Chris. Another 10 years at one point, you're going to be like,
No, I don't
can I
want to,
see that
man.
footage again?
No, I don't want to see that. It was a misunderstanding, so it's not real. It's not real like that. If it would have been a joke and him and I were just messing around for your video, well, it would have been on 2 years ago.
Yeah. But it's still on I still have it. I only used a
It
little
was a
clip because
misunderstanding, man.
yeah. But remember, a little bit of it's in it because I was selling him debates and he was looking at them. But
No,
all the
it
rest of
wasn't. It wasn't any of that. It was a whole lot of
I
mistakes
know.
and misunderstandings.
I know, but I said I actually still have the footage.
Yeah, well, maybe you and I will just watch that one day and
Yeah.
laugh.
If I said if you ever want to watch it privately or whatever, I
Yeah.
have it.
I watch it with you. I think you, me, and him should watch it.
Exactly. Well, you guys are over all that anyway. It's no big deal.
No, he's cool, man. I love Wayne.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's funny because I still have the footage.
Yeah, man, that was true. That was a weird day for me. But did we catch fish that day? I think we caught quite a few.
Yeah, it was a good day. I mean, the video's great. I go tinkle though. Take over. I don't know
Tico, what? Who's a Tico takeover?
I got a tinkle. I'll be back. Bait the hooks in, by the way.
I don't. I guess I'll look at the chat here. I'm gonna look at the chat so I can talk. Hey, T Tado 831, what's up? And look, it's Bait the Hook in the house. Jess Fitch, what's up? This is the first time I looked at the chat, so I'm probably way behind here, but I'm still going to say what's up to everyone. What's up, Chex Max? That was probably a while ago. And RS Adventures was in here. Billy YT. Corn Farts, of course. You know what? Where the hell is where's Norm at? I want to know where my ice cream truck is. Where's my ice cream truck?
That's not his name anymore.
What's his name now?
It's like black and there's silver something in that.
Where's Big Worm? I want Big Worm in the house. I'm commanding. Look at my eyes. You see these eyes? I'm commanding you, Big Worm, to say hello now.
He's not in here. He's now silver and something. He hasn't been Big Worm in a long time.
Something. I'm commanding you to say hello.
He's not
like
in here.
Gandalf.
You've been gone so long. He changed his channel name. He's now, I don't know, silver and something.
Yeah, you can talk. I give you that. Oh my! Who's the Bait the Hook?
You don't know Bait the Hook? He's the one I gave the kelp to. Remember the whole kelp thing?
What?
I think you were still in here when I was giving him kelp. He wanted kelp because he grows like gourds and he grows like award-winning plants and stuff.
What kind of plants does he do? Succulents,
gourd. He grew a 10-foot gourd. Gourd, gourd. Like,
hey, what you snacking on, homie?
Oh, wasabi's back. Silver and black. AKA.
What you snacking on?
I got none.
Yeah, I want some of those, man. Give me some of that.
I got none, man.
Come on, man. You share some of that. I heard you open a package, dog. I want some.
I didn't hear none.
Come on now. What you eating on? I want some. Oh man, that sounds good. You can't even talk to me. It's so good. Oh yeah, that's my homeboy right there. You see that? Oh yeah, he knows what's up. Damn, those are some good snacks. Oh yeah.
Love it.
See, you know how to do it. Your mama hooked you up with that or what?
No.
Did you go get it?
No, it was just in the house.
Hold on, what were you saying?
Up with a package of pastries and.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been snacking on pastries probably for the last 2 months.
oh, Chris,
Hey,
by the
all I'm
way.
saying is my mom hooks me up with, pastries and cookies once in a while. I get the mail comes through and she might throw something in there. You know how moms are.
Okay, there's one thing about you and Wasabi, Chris. You guys are eaters. I know I always give you a hard time about eating.
Oh man, here we go.
No,
Here
but
we go.
oh, you got to see these guys after our show and that we have to go eat and yeah.
All right. Well, I was getting ready to eat something else, and I roasted fresh pumpkin seeds from carved pumpkins right
I
here.
love
Look at
pumpkin
those.
seeds.
And
Oh,
I
really?
mean,
You roast
they
them
are
yourself?
creme de la creme.
You roast them yourself?
Oh yeah.
I love those. I love when you make those.
Mm.
I haven't
Oh,
had
you
those
put them in butter and salt. You get the seeds and you clear out all the pumpkin crap.
Yeah, all the
And
crap
then you
off.
put the seeds in a bowl and you put melted butter and salt on them and you lay them flat on some parchment paper in a pan. You cook them at 300 for 45 minutes. You'll never taste anything so good in your life.
I've had those. I've had those from people that make their own, and it's like, and you
Oh.
eat the whole thing.
Oh yeah, the whole thing. You just chew it down like
Yeah.
jerky.
If I
It's
would
not
do
like
that,
a sunflower seed. You eat the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Oh, they're so good. I
So
haven't had
good,
like,
dude.
yeah, I haven't had homemade dried pumpkin seeds in like probably like 10 years. Yeah, don't put them
Watch,
up.
here it goes. Here it goes.
Yeah, all right, yeah. All right, you're off the panel now too.
Oh man, what's up, man?
Don't be teasing me with that shit.
Man, what's up? I was just tripping everyone out on it, not just you.
Those are so good though, man. I can't eat chocolate. So that does nothing for me. Right here inside my house because of Halloween, there's like 15 things that my parents were gonna do if kids came by, all full of M&Ms, all full of M&Ms, Snickers, Kit Kat, Hershey's,
That's into your house, man.
and
Where
I
am I
can't eat it
going?
anymore because it gives me my migraine. I'm like, damn! Every time I walk by, I look in there and I see peanut M&Ms and Kit Kats and Snickers, and I'm like,
Freaking torture.
yeah. I'm like, could you get rid of this shit, please?
Dude, I need to mail you some pumpkin seeds, or I'll bring you some on Saturday.
Yeah, bring them on Saturday, dude. I haven't had those in so long. No, I mean, I've had them like, I haven't had the homemade ones. I've had like,
Dude, I'm not bragging to you. I'm not bragging to you at all, but I made these. I mean, they are the shit.
Oh, they're so good. I love any type of nut. I mean, like, I could live on only eating nuts for the rest of my life. But when you do those, oh my God, it's like,
dude, fresh out of the pumpkin and right into the oven. I mean, you can't have like, there's nothing better.
oh, go on, man. I mean, it's just, they're so
You know how
good.
it is. Ugh. You know what? All kind of foods are like that though. When you go to the store and you buy fresh stuff and you chop it up, and you know what? The coolest thing is how I cook every day, 3 meals a day. And I realize it seems easy just to go somewhere and someone else does it. But in the long run, you save so much cash and you kind of get this like sense of pride about what you're doing with your food. Like you freaking cook it up and you make it taste good. It's how you want it.
Oh.
And you're like, hell yeah, man. Like I think it's way more rewarding than like always going out and eating out. Like I think eating out once in a while is cool, but like not all the time.
I have a good one for you. Chris.
Yeah,
chicken noodle soup quesadillas.
that's pretty interesting. I could try that. You know, I would try it once because I'm that type of person. I mean, I will at least
Oh,
try
no,
it
no, no,
once.
no. It's totally easy. You get the little like 6-inch corn tortillas,
Yeah,
and my parents had them, and I was just putting cheese on them or something and eating them. And then they got some of the Costco chicken noodle soup.
right.
And so one day I'm like, oh, that'd be a good flavor. So you take it out and you like with a fork and that, and you just get some of the noodles and all that little bit of the broth, and
Yeah,
you put on half of it, and then you put the cheese on top of it, fold it over and cook it. And it just because I'm like, oh, chicken noodle soup, that's such a good flavor with the chicken broth and everything. And I'm like, oh, and then put like some cheddar cheese on it and put some Swiss cheese and put
That's what you call stoner food.
yeah. There you go.
yeah. But it's so good. You just buy a can of Campbell's soup, open it up, and you can't. I mean, you can't have all the broth over it because it gets all. But you just take it out with a fork and kind of like let all the broth come out and
What is it?
mix in the carrots and the celery and all that. And, oh, it's so good.
So funny.
It's got to be on a. It's got to be on a corn tortilla though. No flour tortillas. It's got to be the corn. But yeah, it's such a good flavor. It's like,
Oh.
yeah, it's just the mix of the corn tortilla with the chicken noodle soup with the broth and then the cheese.
My friend, he owns a taco truck. He makes some really bomb tacos, and they're homemade tacos, homemade tortillas.
Dude, all I see is your glass is glowing, man. It's kind of trippy.
Well, happy late Halloween! Ooh,
That's
Way in
just
the
tripping me
background.
out. I keep trying to look at you, and I'm like, all I see is some glowing eyes, man. I'm getting scared.
Yeah, he's like the Cheshire cat.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. But I said eyes
He's from
because his
Alabama.
glasses,
hey,
his glasses are reflecting the light.
see the teeth?
No, the Cheshire cat always just turned into eyes. Remember?
He
just
turned
bite
into the
his
eyes
beard
of
with
his
his eyes.
I'm just surprised how bright my camera is making my background because it is not that bright, actually. I don't even know where all that light's coming from.
That's cameras, man. That's what they do.
I guess so.
Add 10 pounds, baby. They add 10 pounds.
Dude, it has like 14 pounds. What does that say?
Shit.
And white teeth.
No white teeth?
Hey Tito. Hey Tito, we actually had people come in asking for the baby earlier.
Yeah, bro.
Tito! What's up, homie? I'm gonna check this chat out.
People wanted to see the baby, but Paradise said you and her were knocked out. We've been updating.
It looks
We've been
like Bait the
updating.
Hook. He said he'll sell one pumpkin seed for $300. Good genetic seeds. That's pretty funny. Hey, Chris, try with can of butter. I have done that before, Tado. I have actually done pumpkin seeds in can of butter, and they were amazing. Hey, Chris, it says Bait the Hook says, how big was the pumpkin? And they were actually, I would just say normal sized pumpkin. They weren't small like one you would cook with, and they weren't like bigger than a basketball. That's the only ones I saw there. I'm just trying to catch up because I don't always look at the comments, but I think it's always nice to, if someone says something to you, you should say something back. It's only common courtesy. What's up?
We get to see the baby again. Oh, he's naked too. Nice.
Ay. Oh, how sweet.
She's here.
Aw.
Say hi.
I remember when my son was like that, like yesterday, you guys.
Hey, what's up?
And now my son is 11.
Oh, nice shot of
Did she
Tito.
sneeze?
You like that?
I just saw her. I think she sneezed right now.
We can do without Tito's friggin' Speedos,
Hey,
but hey,
Tito, you did a Randy on us from Trailer Park Boys.
I love that show.
That's
Yeah.
so awesome. I'm glad to hear that. So I actually gave you a really good compliment.
now we know why the baby is hairy, just to say.
Aw, she's so beautiful. You guys are awesome.
She's 2 weeks old now.
That is really awesome.
You missed it. You gotta go back and look at the live, Chris. We were with him in the hospital when she was only 6 hours old.
Oh, really?
We captured the first bath on my
I
life.
didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was 2
And
weeks
her
ago.
first smile.
Yeah, and her first smile.
Her first smile too.
Aw.
Yep.
Of course, when I told my mom, she goes, "Oh yeah, that was probably just gas."
Is she already a daddy's girl already?
Oh yeah, she sucks on his nipples all the time. He told us that. I'm not just saying it. He told us that.
Well, they will do that. They'll suckle to any, that's what they
Yeah.
do naturally.
Yeah. He said, "I'm shirtless and guess who's hungry?" I'm like, nipple time.
That's so classic.
And she's all gonna know our voices because she's hearing them every week.
Right.
Say hi, baby.
Oh, now he has a shirt on. Thank you.
You were fine, Tito.
Yeah, we don't mind. We don't mind naked Tito.
Hey, man, this is reality. It's not unreality.
At least he put a good shirt on.
Yep.
Hey, what? Today, with the time changing, today was different for me. I could have swore it was already like 2:00 in the morning right now.
Because you guys are up like
It got
every
dark
2
faster,
hours.
and I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it would be 11 right now. But
I didn't even know the time changed.
Aw. I said this baby's gonna have its full first year of life on video.
Sure.
What was that movie? Who was in that movie where like the whole life was like filmed? It's like an older movie.
Backwards, Benjamin Button.
No, it was the one where the guy like from the time he was born, he was like filmed on. Everyone watched him on television.
Oh, that was
You got
Jim
to-
Carrey's movie.
Yeah, I think so. That
Yeah,
was pretty weird.
he lived in a bubble.
Yeah, kind of.
What was the name of that movie? I can't remember now.
I can't remember either.
It was a great movie though. Oh, there's the dog.
The dog.
There's the other. Here's the other baby. Tito's breaking up.
It's kind of like a black and white video where it's like just all, or like a silent movie.
Yeah.
Just like flashes by. Tito's life in a flash.
Yeah, we're getting clipped.
We're getting clipped. Let's switch back over to multicam, Scott.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I see trees. I see light. I see Batman.
I know something's going on in the background.
She wants to go hang out.
I hear echoes in the dark. I've actually, hey
you on
homeboy, you
Verizon?
still over there? Are you awake?
No, I think he's out.
Lonnie's fishing.
Tito, call Lonnie. We
Lonnie.
woke him up before.
Is he out?
You might be.
Well,
Tito, call
anyways.
Yeah.
I've been playing the Batman Arkham Knights game. That's pretty fun. Pretty fun game.
You weren't on that live where we woke him up. Tito woke him up by calling him.
It looks like he's out cold.
Yeah, he probably is.
We got to.
Call him. Watch this.
I don't know his number.
No, watch this. This will be funny.
Is he calling him right now? Something's glowing on him.
He's calling him right now.
It looks like something's glowing on him right now, like a phone would be. Don't you see that?
Yeah, he's done this twice in my life.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, he has a
CCB
10
special. Homeboy passes out in lounge chair watching, I don't know what.
His phone might be off. There we go.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh no, this is so funny, dude. Hey, wake up, partner.
No.
Wake up. Oh my gosh. Wake
No.
up, dog. What you doing sleeping?
No.
Wake up.
No.
We got him again.
Get your ass up, partner.
Yay, Tito.
Come on, Tito got your back. There we are. I see those eyes. Come on, man.
He's up now.
Come on. Get you some more snacks and join the party.
That was hilarious. Again.
Oh my gosh. You're killing me, man. You're killing me, Biggs. This is just like we straight called you to wake you up, dog. That is just masterful. Live.
And everyone is totally different. Going fishing on Saturday? Nice.
Yeah. We're doing that.
Yeah, you got him, Tito. You got him. He's up now. How you doing, Wasabi?
He gone again.
He's not
Is
gone
he out?
again.
There he is, almost back.
I'm running away from.
He's on remote control right now.
I know.
All right, go left. Go right.
He's back. He's coherent, I think. That was funny. I can't believe that's the third time.
That was so funny.
Yeah, I got all three of them on my live. That's funny. I got to download them and put them all together. Are you awake, Wasabi?
Come on, Wasabi. What's up, man?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A
Uh-oh.
little bit.
A little bit.
No, don't full screen me. Don't full screen me.
I'm not full screen you. Chris just dropped out. No, I was full screening Tito and we were looking at the baby and we came back and Chris went, "Is Wasabi asleep?" and so I said, "Tito, call him." That is hilarious. Chris got to see it this time.
Oh yeah.
Holy Jesus, I got booted out like 2 camels without water.
You're back.
All right, we got nothing but this left. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What you got,
passed out
homie?
one.
Mm.
What are you doing now? What you got? What you got,
This-
son?
At least we got to see the baby, though.
Yeah, that was so cool, Scott.
E&J.
Dude, new life is always the raddest thing to experience, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got to watch the original one. In the hospital, that was pretty cool. Got to see the doctor come in and check up on the baby, and then we got to see the first Tito washed her for the first time, and yeah, I captured all
That's
of
so
my life.
rad.
Yeah, and then Backroad
Oh, damn.
Backroad said, I did that too. I don't remember it at all. I'm all, well, in a few years, Tito might not remember it, but he can always back to live and he'll be able to watch it.
That's pretty funny, man. It is it's a video log of somebody's experience. And Scott brought it to you through a
Yeah.
fishing channel in
Uh-oh.
2020.
Uh-oh.
So,
All right, Tito, now you can talk to him. You can apologize for waking him up again.
So I wonder, if you had a wine that was
sorry.
20 years old and it said it was 14% on the bottle, what do you think the percentage of alcohol would be after 20 years? Would it be like brandy?
Probably not. Look at the comment. I actually did this in the beginning of the video.
What does that say? I can't read it.
CCB was asking the doctor for a date. He had it on. And he had the volume up, and I was like talking. He's like, "Shut up, shut up." Wait, the wine man answered you.
What?
The wine man answered you.
14%? If it was 14% 20 years later, it would still be 14%. Sorry for yelling.
Evidently, Tito's laughing like hell. What's going on?
Tito.
Yeah.
¿Qué
Well,
pasó?
he's the one that does the wine, man. He's the wine master.
What?
14%. If it's 40% then, it's 40% now. It doesn't gain alcohol, I guess.
Wow, I didn't know that. So it must just be a terpenes thing that changes and not the alcohol.
So, is there actually an alcohol that actually changes the alcohol percentage throughout the time just sitting?
I don't know. Do whiskey
I
do
don't
that?
know. That's what we're asking.
He's right here. He answered us.
Alcohol won't change unless there's residual sugar in it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like
What about hard alcohols? I don't think hard alcohols change either.
almost?
Well, how do they turn wine into brandy? Do they reheat it up and put more sugar in it? Is that what he's saying?
Said
Possibility.
sweet wines might change. It's a red he's having.
Yeah, it's a sweet wine. It is. It's a Shiraz.
20-year-old Shiraz.
Whew.
Shit. He's asleep again.
She's sleeping
Hey.
again?
Hey, Batman. Robin's calling. Hey, Batman. Robin's calling.
Is he out again?
He's out cold, dog. I could go over there and jelly bean
No, you
right
moved.
on his tummy, and he wouldn't even know I was there.
No, he moved.
I can offer him a Starbucks, and he wouldn't know I was there. He's out.
Wine through brandy goes through still.
Oh, okay. So that means they let it re-ferment and then turn into a stronger alcohol. Probably add more yeast and sugar.
Wasabi.
Wasabi. Oh, everyone's looking at you, Wasabi. Damn, he looks pretty serious right now, you guys.
He looks seriously out.
He looks like, you know what? I ain't taking nothing from nobody, mother effer.
You want to do it again, Tito?
Hold on.
It's up to you, man. He told me not to solo him, but
It's almost like Night at the Living Dead. Wasabi fell asleep. He had too many treats. And then
oh, he's up again.
Dude.
We're calling him. He's up again.
there he is. Wake up,
There he
dog.
is. He's up again.
Come on, man.
What's
You're on
up,
the
man?
camera.
What's up?
You're
How you doing?
leaving us hanging, dog. We're trying to talk to you.
We're
You're
trying
out.
to talk to you. Come on.
Come on, man. We want to know about your fishing tips.
I ain't got no fishing tips.
Come on, man. How you been catching all those fish? It ain't just luck or perseverance. You got to have some lures involved.
Yeah, I'm
dreaming?
E&J. That's what's up.
Were you dreaming about fishing?
E&J. Where's my E&J?
Yeah, come on.
Dude, what?
Were you
That's
dreaming
like a
about fishing?
solo
What's
party,
up?
man. That's dangerous, dog. You need a homeboy there. Hey, Scott, we need to go party with him, man. He's partying alone. That's dangerous, man.
Oh, they.
No, no, no. Did you hear that? You sounded like Joe Biden right now. No, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just messing around. I'm just messing around. Sorry.
We had to mess with you, man.
I took it too far. It's all right. I'm just joking, man.
We had to mess with you, man. I'm sorry. Once you said don't put me solo, I had to because you passed out again.
We had to have your homeboy call you.
I know.
Hey, we always have your back, man.
Just
We're always
let me
there
know,
for you.
Just
We're there for you. We're helping you out, man.
No, I'm actually about to go to bed, actually.
Really?
What? Hey, what's the Wasabi? What's the biggest fish you caught? The largest largemouth. What do you think the size was?
The one on the spook.
On the top water?
Yep.
That
The
is
one during
sick,
my live.
dude.
Wasabi's awake. Good
You
morning.
know,
Sleepy.
all the people.
That's his new nickname right there.
That's really
What-
sick, though, Wasabi. I saw Scott catch one. We saw all this action. Like, was your experience where you saw a whole bunch of action on top of the water? Like
No,
fish chasing fish?
No.
No, he caught it in my live at night.
Oh, just random?
Yeah.
First time he ever threw it. at
Dude,
El
that's
Estero.
crazy.
And, he
And it
caught
was a huge fish?
Well, no, it was like maybe almost 2 pounds, maybe 2.5.
That's pretty sick, though, for a spook, dude. That must have still felt heavy.
Yeah, he just started throwing it out
He
because
caught
I was
that
catfishing.
He caught that striper
Was
on my
sleepy.
spook too.
Oh yeah, he caught the yeah. He caught a striper
It was his
at
first O'Neill.
yeah. But he caught a striper at O'Neill Forbay on the spook, but he was just reeling it in because he thought it was a whopper plopper.
Oh, so just like a straight line, but you just totally hooked one? That's so rad.
Yeah.
And it was a keeper
Yeah,
too.
It was his first
It was
time.
19
too,
inches.
using
Yeah, it's in my video.
So one day Scott and I were over at Pinto. We're over by the islands, by the houses, and we see all this action. This big giant, like 2 or 3 bass chasing little bass. Scott says, "Hey, I'm gonna get my spook out, man." So he throws. I've never seen this is the only reason why I'm telling you this is because I've never seen a spook used or catch a fish in my life. So we see all this action, and Scott goes, "I'm putting my spook on, dude." I'm like, "Okay." He throws his spook out, and he clicks it left and right across the top of this island. And dude, this fish, I mean, it hit it like a great white shark. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, if you could see a great white shark on a miniature scale attack a seal in the ocean, that's what this fish did to this spook. And if I wasn't addicted to fishing before that point, I was completely addicted after that point. I can guarantee you that. And Scott pulled that. He pulled that fish in, and I thought, man, that was the most amazing damn thing I ever saw. Where you could have a fish attack the top of the water like that, and I saw the spook and the fish come out of the water and land back in the water, and he had that thing. He reeled it in. I'm like, this is just an amazing feeling to see that whole. Because you had to work it. Remember, you know how you work it left and right, Scott, real quick?
Yeah.
And you were working that thing. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, guys, is that he threw that spook like, you know, probably about 60 or 70 feet away from where the fish was doing its business. And he worked that thing all the way back into about 20 yards away from the boat. And then, boom, the fish hit it. I don't know. There's those kind of moments where people do things and you're like, holy shit, this is why I love bass fishing, you know?
Yeah. Hear you.
Yeah, it's in the video, but yeah, he was just like, I just saw him chasing. But remember, it was the big one. I told people that too.
Yeah, it was that big spook.
Yeah, because see, the problem is when they're chasing that fry that are only like 1 or 2 inches, you try to throw something small, they don't react to it. But if you throw something big, they get kind of pissed off. Like,
yeah, it's chasing their food.
Yeah, why are you trying to eat my fish?
Yeah, exactly. It's competition. It becomes competition for the smaller food.
Right, and that's why you throw a bigger one. And yeah. And that's, I think, the only time I've ever thrown it with you.
Exactly. That was the only time that you threw that thing out, and you got like that 2.5 pound fish, and I was like, and just to see the fish, like, because we're so intently watching your bait. I wasn't even casted out. My pole was in the boat, and we were both just very intently watching what you were doing. It was a learning moment for me, and it was something you've done 1,000 times. Yeah. And I was like, I was watching you, and the bait's coming in, and to see that fish jump out of the water like a great white or a orca whale and hit that bait. I mean, I was just like, holy shit, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, that's called blowing up on it for sure.
Yeah, it was a big blow up. That was a good one. I don't know if it was rewarding looking on the video, but being in the boat, it was because the water splashing and you hear the sound and your reaction, and it's the video never really shows how the experience is.
Well, for you, for the first time to see a fish hit a topwater like that, that was the experience. Was like, holy shit. He's out again, isn't he?
I think he was saying something to his mom about, get me those. I need those new. I don't know, whatever. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was watching a couple clips. That's pretty cool the way you were mentioning, Chris. It is pretty awesome to see that, and then to see it in person is way better.
Yeah. Like, the video doesn't do it justice, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Especially when I bought this new lure to see if it works, and then it doesn't work or anything, or not even trying to fish it, but you'll see it by somebody who's a pro or somebody, you know? It's pretty cool.
I saw like 3 people with like $35,000 Ranger boats and all this other stuff, and I was out at Pinto and I watched them fish. the same amount of hours that I was out there, because people kind of fish in an area where you can see them most of the time over there. And I didn't see anybody catch jack squat. And I got 2 fish in 4 hours. So every 2 hours, I caught a fish. Now, I'm not saying that for that complete 2 hours I was fishing, but either way. In that 4 hours I watched them fish, they didn't catch anything. So all I'm saying is that the technique of using worms.
He needs to change his name.
No, but all I'm trying to get to is the technique of using worms has a lot of viability to it. It definitely does. Most of the guys I was seeing fishing, they were using very small baits that they were casting out and reeling in very fast, like across the top of the water. And I knew at that point how the water was about 65 degrees. And I know that this time of year, after all the small bait fish run through, which they had for about a month, that when the water got down to 65 degrees and the bait fish were done running the middle for most of the time, that the fish were going to be going and looking for dead fish at the bottom. And so, sure enough, I started throwing out the wacky rig, and it had results. One day I threw out the drop shot. I threw out the drop shot though for 2 hours, and I caught a good fish. It was about 3 or 4 pounds, and I actually had to take 2 pictures because it was too big to fit when I was holding it in my hand on the drop shot, which was pretty rewarding. And then I switched from the drop shot over to the wacky. Although I used the same color as the drop shot in the wacky, I caught a fish that was about 3 pounds. And the thing that was really cool about that fish was that when I caught it, it went around the front of the boat and got caught in my anchor line. So I had to crawl across the top of my sun, and I had to go reach down in the water until I felt the fish's lip. I put my thumb on the fish's lip, and I reached in, I felt where the hook was, and I reached it out underwater, and I pulled the fish up, and I got that one out. And it was just been so awesome. Like, the one thing I'll have to give Scott, and everyone should always give him credit, is there's one real reality about him. He does not give up. And he taught me that from the very beginning. Whenever I hit the water, I don't give up the whole entire time I'm out there. I fish and I fish. And even if I don't catch something, I didn't give up. And that's what you have to do to catch fish when you really want to. So that's my spiel.
Yeah.
It was a good fishing trip.
Yep. Sounds like it.
Did you realize, Chris, that half the time that you were telling the story, I had this up on the screen?
I know. I saw Count Dracula in the background. No. I'm going to say Count Dooku because those look like Count Dooku lights.
I'm going to put him back in the background.
Dude, that's so rad, Scott, that you leave him on there. You know what? That's another thing that makes you cool tonight, is that you left a passed out soldier fishing in his lounge chair on your channel.
Imagine.
Yeah. He's still there. He's still in the background because I can bring him up anytime I want. I just put him in the background.
Hey, you guys, this is what happens when you fish every day, 7 days a week. Wasabi, right there on his couch. When you live, die, smell, drink, and eat fishing, you are a tired human being, and you are done.
That's a good one right there.
He's still there. We can call him again. Oh, wait, I should call him.
Yeah, call him, Scott. You should call him.
I've never called him. I should call him. Let me go get
What's
the
his
house.
number? I'll call him.
No, I'm not going to say it over the air.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah. I'll go get my phone. I'll call him and see if I can wake
All
him
right,
up.
I gotta take a leak.
All right. Tito's done it every time.
in control.
Yeah.
Tito's done every time. I'm going to call him this time.
Here's to you. You better not be watching your show.
Huh? No, I'm watching Kitchen Nightmare.
That's pretty loud. Singing. Who's that? Singing? They were singing, huh? Go do that. Damn.
All right. Let me try this.
Crash.
Let me try this. Let me try this. Let me find the number's right here.
Yeah.
I got it out
no,
here. Huh?
It's 183-921.
No, don't say it over the air. Don't say it over the air, man.
Just kidding. It's so much.
Don't say it over the air.
It was.
I'm gonna bring him up. I'm gonna bring him up right now.
55555.
5555555.
Yeah, it's all five.
Well, no, I'm gonna bring him up again. Where am I at? I'm in the wrong place. I need to go here.
That was the best episode of Kitchen Nightmares I've ever seen.
What is that crap on my thing?
That's me.
What?
Okay, here we go.
Lone
we ready?
Ranger.
Everybody here?
I'm almost back. I just did my business.
All right, everybody here. I'm gonna do this.
All right, here we go, dog.
A wee. A wee moo it. A wee moo it.
A wee bubba, a wee bubba, a wee bubba. A wimbo, a wimbo, a wimbo.
I think he turned it off.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
He turned his phone off, man. I'm gonna try. It's not ringing.
Is he still breathing?
Oh yeah, he's still breathing.
I think I see his shirt going up and down digitally.
It took a while for me for it to ring.
I'm trying it
Do
again.
you have his mom's phone number?
There we go.
There.
Here we go. I hear it. Oh my gosh, dude,
Oh,
he
he's
is
not
so
waking up this
funny.
time.
Dude, I love that guy. He's straight hilarious.
He's not waking up.
I love it.
What's going on?
How are you? He passed out. My son wants to know what's
Oh,
going
here he
on.
is.
It's so funny.
Here he is.
Oh, there he is.
See
He
the
woke
answer.
up.
Oh my god.
It
What are
went- it
you
went to
doing, dog?
voicemail.
Now?
I heard you like screaming. So I was like, what the flip?
Hey, Wasabi,
No,
even my son's watching you.
He didn't answer it. He's not up.
buddy.
I think he
Hey,
said,
buddy.
hey, Scott, go step on attack.
Yeah.
Oh, he's up now.
I saw him move his head.
He's
Hey,
up
buddy.
now.
That wasn't me.
Wasabi, what's up, homie?
Not much, man. I'm about to
Answer the phone. I want to talk
Come on,
to you.
answer the phone, man.
I'm calling you.
Come on, Scott's calling you, dog.
What's up? What's up, buddy?
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Yo, Scott's calling him. Scott's calling him
How
right
you
now
doing,
on
man?
his phone.
You're full screen. I'm just talking to you through the phone now.
I'm going to bed. This is too much
Oh
fun.
my gosh, Wasabi.
What? Don't hang up on me. What? He hung up on me.
Oh man, what's he doing?
Man.
You should have
Come
been
on,
the
homie.
second time it happened.
Slap yourself in the face. Let's talk, man. Tell us about your fishing, dog.
Mm.
Fall asleep again. That would be so funny.
He's going out. My son's watching you on his laptop.
How can we get you 3 times in the same stream, man?
Hey, you know what? We need to do one of those going through the stores with Wasabi with us.
Already been to bed.
That's the first time we got him to talk to somebody when they called him, though.
Well, hey, Wasabi, we got you for a little bit, man.
Right.
We get them all.
Hey, Wasabi, tell me my fortune.
At least you answered my phone.
A lot of fish.
You
A
might
lot of
have
what?
A lot of fish.
A lot of fish. Thank you, dog.
been- He might
I'm
have
going
been
to give you
asleep.
your
but
fortune.
he might have been asleep when he answered my phone call.
I'm going to give you your fortune.
You gotta change your name,
Your
man.
fortune is we're all going to do a show soon together with Scott.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah.
change your name, though. You need to change it to Lonnie B. Fish be sleeping.
No, we can call him Sleepy.
Lonnie B. Sleepy.
All right. I'm going to bed.
All right. We love you, man. Thanks for chilling as long as you did, Wasabi. That was nice, man.
Good fun. Good
That's
fun.
an understatement. Chilling. Thanks
He
for
was.
sleeping with us.
He was chilling, man. He's cool.
He was sleeping with us.
Cool.
Thanks
Yeah.
for sleeping with us for hours. All right, you
Wake and bake.
can you wake and bake.
I'm out of here.
All right, man. We love you, man. We'll see you later, Wasabi.
Have a good sleep.
Later.
All right,
Late.
later.
All right. Well, now it was 3.
Later. You still hit the leave button. Or we're gonna call you again.
Yeah, are you gonna freaking break my heart, man? You better go now, or you're just straight breaking my heart.
He's so sleepy he doesn't even know how to leave.
Hey, push that button. You see it? It says leave Scott's room.
Yeah. It's on the bottom right. It says leave. Come on. You can do it.
Hey, Road Dog, you got it. You got it.
Hit the right button. Come on.
Come
it's
on,
down at
Road
the
Dog,
bottom
you got
right
it. No, he's
somewhere.
already out, man. Scott, he's out again. You gotta
He's
call
not out
him.
again.
Dude, he is out, Jack. Look at him.
Oh wait. How did solo me?
Whoa, what happened?
Oh, he went
Yeah,
out. No, he went out. It was just
All
frozen.
I saw at the end was teeth. That's all I saw was teeth at the end, and he disappeared like Batman.
I think
Scared
it
the
locked
hell
up.
out of me.
I think it locked up before he went out. But yeah, he's out now.
Hey,
That's
Tado,
classy. That's the first time I got to call him when he was sleeping. It's always been
what is
Tito.
it? Tito. Okay, is that your real name, Tito, or Tado, like it says, or is that what he's saying?
No, it's Tito.
It's
But
like
he
Because
says
he's
Tito.
Scott. He's Scott. I'm Chris. What's your like human name?
Tito.
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 Tito. Okay, Tito.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Hey, dude, I'm really stoked for your family. Like I already said like 5 times, but I really am. Because I'm a dad, and I know how much that feels like so killer.
And we caught it all on film.
Yeah. That's even way better.
Well, not the actual birth, but we caught.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to put that on YouTube. They probably wouldn't be chill with that. I don't know, but who knows?
But we caught the first. It was like what 8 hours old, and he came live from and we saw the stuff. It was really cool. I was like,
That's pretty sick.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks
I
ago.
think I see you. I think I see you, Tito, but I don't know, man. Like the screen is so weird, so dark. Maybe I need to turn my brightness up. Oh yeah,
There he is.
there we go. There he is. Now I see him.
Yeah.
Holy crap! My screen was freaking dark, dude. I was just like, you're like black and white.
Oh, it's kind of dark.
Yeah, I know, for real. You're like black and white because it's so dark.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Kind of like with Bobby.
so, I think I remember seeing your name a lot on there, but I don't know if I remember you before being on camera. But have you and Scott fished before?
Oh, he's in tons of my shows since you've been gone.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'm trying to like get some history here so I can,
We did not
piece it together.
Remember we went to
Yeah,
Nacimiento?
No,
Remember
okay.
Yeah.
That's right. No, I totally remember that. Okay, that's where it was. That was a while ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That's where it was. Okay.
Yeah, we've been filming a lot together since then. You didn't see the show, Chris. There's been 2 shows with corn farts in my videos too.
Yeah, dude, I've been so busy at work, and like my son. Not to get off subject, but my son's went back to school like for the last 2 months, so I've just been like everything's been pretty hectic for me. But anyways, no, I really haven't been keeping up on anything, to be honest with you. That's why I felt like I needed to come on tonight and just be like pay a little bit back,
Yeah, well, Gordon just gave you a message right there, buddy.
Where's he at? What does he say? I have like tape right across where the text is, unfortunately.
Oh.
Hey.
No, I haven't watched Corn Farts. Huh? What? No, cut it out. My son is constantly trying to get people to subscribe to his channel.
Stop plugging.
I kind of think like Scott is his weird kind of mentor in some weird way, but it doesn't have to do with fishing, but it's about making videos. My son is like addicted to it. But anyways, I wanted to answer to what Corn Fart said here. I'm going to look at the comments.
No, we traveled to his water.
Yeah.
We went to Tulumi River. Me,
Oh,
Corn
that sounds cool.
Me, Corn Farts, Just Fish G, Just Fish, Lonnie, and Tito, and I filmed a show there with all of them. It was fun. That was like a month and a half ago.
I'll have to go look at that. Hey, it's my buddy fishing with Tanner. Gosh, I miss that guy. Man.
He's been in here for a while. Uh-oh. Chris hit the wrong button.
I started. It's the X button on the side. I think it's the done button.
He'll come back in. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been away for a while. But hey, he has a kid. He has a life. Yeah. Oh, he's back. He's back. I see him.
I'm gonna end up calling.
I don't know what happened, guys, but I got booted. But anyways, I'm gonna finish it real quick. Fishing with Tanner. He is a good fisherman for a little guy, and I always respected him. But he was kind of a dick to me on here. But I'll forgive him for it because I know when you're young, you don't know everything, but you think you do. So anyways, Scott, Saturday, the water temperature is going to be around 62 degrees. The watercolor has algae and what is the top plant that grows on the top? It starts off really small at first, and then it takes the whole lake over. What is that shit?
I don't know. Is that little octagon green thing?
Yeah, the octagon green thing. It's all over the damn place. It's popping up everywhere.
Interesting.
But
That's
the
weird.
water was 65 degrees. Can you believe that? 10 degrees colder since the last time you and I went there.
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, here in Monterey, we for a couple nights in a row we had high 40s.
Hey, get this. Next week on Monday, it's supposed to be a high of 60 all the way till Sunday with a low of 44. So I think we are definitely heading into cooler temperatures after this
Yeah.
week. So everybody out there, it's supposed to be 70s all week until Sunday. Eat it up. Get out there and eat up this sun because winter is coming, people.
Well, look at Tanner's water. He said color, but I think he meant
36.
temp.
Oh, wow. You
Yeah.
lucky bastards. Well, it sounds like Tanner's still Tanner. It's been a couple months for me. Sounds like he's still a fruitful.
No, everybody else is back east in that. Everybody's water is like getting into the 40s now already.
Yeah, I saw this gigantic cold front coming down from Canada in that whole entire region through the whole middle of the United States down to the top of Louisiana.
Well, they've already been cold back there. They've already had snow and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it a night, guys. I got.
All right, Tito.
At 6:30.
All right,
Thank you
Tito.
for-
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks
Yep.
for updating us with the baby.
Definitely. That's so awesome, dude. I'm so happy for your family.
Thanks again. I'll see you guys. Have a good night.
All right. Put her
Hey
offshore.
Scott, you don't get any of those wacko double dildo fucking weirdos or whatever anymore?
No.
Wow, weird.
What do you mean weird?
You know what I mean? I just figured they would just be hitting you all the time.
No.
So
I don't.
Kate the Hook said better for offshore fishing. Is he saying right now this time of year it's better to offshore fish?
Well, yeah, that's just like when I go. Well, probably another like.
I caught
couple
big
weeks.
fish though in the lake.
Yeah, well, Pinot's an enigma. You can catch fish there in the middle of winter, no problem. But most lakes, that's why you go to the pier all the time and catch the ocean fish because you start going to Chesbro or Ubis or Coyote, Anderson, all that. When the water gets that cold, you might get 1 bite a day, 2 bites a day if you're lucky. Winter bass fishing, but Pinot doesn't get that cold.
Right. Well, the 1 year when I had a temperature gauge. No, it was Ken. You know Ken that fishes out there?
Right.
The 1 year when the water, it was, what was it? It was about, I actually think it was about 6 months before the first time I fished with you. It was the winter and it was freezing. I mean, it was like, I went fishing, it was like 30 degrees outside at 6 in the morning or whatever it was to get in there. And Ken told me that the water was like 56 degrees. But that day, I still caught 3 fish that were, one was 2 pounds, one was 2.5, and one was like 3 pounds. And
Yeah,
clear water in like winter with 56 degree water, I
Dude,
still
50
caught 3 gigantic largemouth bass.
56 in winter is like way, way, way warm, dude.
Well, that was what the water temperature was. It was 56 degrees, so whatever.
Right.
I thought it was
stays
cold
warm.
then.
It stays warm. The coldest, when I had my boat and I was out there all winter long, the coldest I saw it was 46.
Yeah, well, that was a year or 2 before I went out to the lake when you were filming that stuff for that temperature.
Yeah. It doesn't get that, it's too close to the ocean. It doesn't get that cold.
Right. But still, either way, when you see the water at like 82 degrees and then you see it at 56 degrees, I mean, in your mind, and if you're not like really experienced, you think, well, this is like a seriously drastic change, and
Yeah,
it must have some effect on the fish. And then when you start still catching like quality fish, you're like, whoa.
yeah.
You know, it's like they still bite, they're still active, they're still fast, they still put up a fight. So it's pretty cool,
Right.
man. It's not really what you always hear like
Well,
on
because
videos or something.
I know because the waters are warm here at Pinot.
Yeah.
I mean, over the hill in the winter, they'll get down to 47, 46 constantly. Pinot gets. I've never seen Pinot. I've only seen Pinot above 80 degrees temperature once in the middle of summer. It's usually in the mid 70s. It doesn't get that hot and it doesn't get that cold. That's why the fishing's so great there. All right,
Would you?
just fish.
Okay.
I can't see it. Oh, my son was showing me a picture.
Yeah, no.
Well,
That's why Pinot's so good because it doesn't get that cold in the winter and it doesn't get that warm in the summer.
right. But either way, I'm just saying that's just my experience was
Yeah, but see,
the outside temperature, because you know, you and I have talked about this, how not you and I, because you helped me with learning how this really worked, and then when I applied those tactics and saw for myself, because anyone could read the Bible or not see what happened and not believe it or whatever, but you could tell me, but once I experience it, then it
Right.
becomes reality. So for me, it was like you have these human instincts where it's freezing outside. It's like 30 degrees. I'm coming into the park and it's 30, and then I hear the water's like 50, and I'm thinking, I'm freezing, so the fish are freezing. I'm not going to get jack squat. And then all of a sudden you start catching fish, and you're like, well, that blows that reality out of the park. But for me, I realized that this was 6 months before you and I started fishing,
yeah.
and
No,
that reality started to happen for me. And then when you and I started fishing, then I really understood how that wasn't
yeah.
what
I've caught.
you know what I'm saying?
I know, but I've caught surface fish in 55-degree water in the
Yeah.
fall when it's starting to cool off. Like
Right.
I said, if you use water at 56 and it's in December,
Right.
that is like the warmest water anywhere in California for the most part.
Yeah.
Most lakes that are bigger lakes and everything. It's just
Well,
'cause
even
Pinot's-
the ocean doesn't get that cold here. It only gets down to like, I think it's like 54 or 52 degrees. It doesn't get any colder than that, even over here, even where the water's considered cold to surf in. It doesn't get below
Well, no,
50
yeah.
degrees.
Well,
I mean, it
yeah.
has to be really cold.
the water temperature here, the ocean is almost constantly 55.
Right. That's
Even
what I'm
when
saying.
it's-
Even when it's really
warm.
cold, it's like 52.
Even when it's warm here in the summer, and we have an El Nino, the water gets up to 60, which they say is way
Right.
warm.
Right.
It's only
And-
risen. It's only risen 5 degrees, but it's
And that's
oh
why
my god.
And that's why no matter what time of year, here in Santa Cruz or in California, in this area, you always see somebody in a wetsuit surfing. I mean, it's pretty rare
Right.
not to see someone in a wetsuit because it's cold water. It's just the fact we have a high current in Santa Cruz. We have a very high current of ocean water that comes by, so it never really gets a chance to warm up. The only places that warm up are by the boardwalk, and over by Seabright Beach and Twin Lakes Beach. But otherwise, if you go anywhere in Santa Cruz, or maybe down by Capitola Beach too, but if you go anywhere else, though, the current is very fast, it's very cold, and when you're surfing or boogie boarding it, you know the difference between a stagnant ocean area by the beach, you know.
Well,
It's always cold.
Yeah, our average temp here. I mean, we have the trench out here. We have that 10,000-foot trench in the Monterey Bay.
Exactly.
It's
It's
Our
not just
water
that though.
here-
It's also our latitude and longitude that gives us really cold water. That comes from a convection up north.
Yeah, but the water here in the bay is almost always consistently 55. It might drop to 52. It might go up to 60. And when it's 60, it's like way warm. But it's
No,
only
but they
5
had,
degrees.
the El Nino. I think they had a reading of around 65 or 66.
Yeah,
And
that's
man,
extreme.
a bunch of stuff started dying off when it got above those temperature ranges.
Yeah, it's not like lakes. Lakes get 80 and 90 in the summer, and they get down to 35 in the winter,
Right.
or they freeze. You know,
Exactly.
but the ocean is more consistent, and it's either consistently warm or it's consistently cold. It just depends on the ocean.
Well, what it is the ocean has currents and tides and storms, and a lake only has wind, boats, and storms to churn its water. So the
Well-
ocean has way more. The ocean has way more factors to move water around than you know what I mean? It has way more factors than a lake.
Well, the other thing is the ocean's a lot bigger body of water.
Well, I don't mean that, but I'm just talking about. I'm
Yeah,
talking about normal physiological things that happen on the earth. They
right.
affect the ocean way more than a lake. I mean, unless it's a Great Lake, which is like as big as a small ocean.
You're
So
right.
they get physiological effects from the sun, the wind, and storms that create effects that happen in the ocean.
Right.
But I'm saying for Pinto Lake, I got stuck out there on my little war tub in a big storm one time, which I didn't really realize I wasn't ready for, because there was actually about 1.5 feet and sometimes a 2 foot wind wave that came across the lake. My boat was really small, and the wind was blowing straight at me to get back to the dock at about 35 miles an hour. And so my boat only could do a maximum speed about 2 miles an hour. And so when you factor in those mathematical equations, I literally had to run this very side of the lake with my motor up very high in the water to make it back to the dock. And it actually took me an hour when it would have normally took me 15 minutes. So
I know, but it's it's really funny to listen to me talk to you about that, because Pinot is so small. You're talking like 1 to 2 foot waves.
I know, but I'm
I've
just giving you an example of my experience. That's all.
Yeah, but I'm saying my experience. I've been on Clear Lake when the waves were 8 foot high,
Right.
and that's just like everyone's like, "What? 8 foot waves in the lake? No way!" I'm like, "Yeah, there was like a 40-mile-an-hour wind. It's 13
Right.
miles long. it was pushing into a narrow spot of the lake. Yeah, and you
Right.
can. I mean, any big lake in that, when the wind picks up, you will get 3 and 4 foot waves coming across. I mean, Pinot's
I
not
know,
big
but
enough to generate that kind of wave.
I'm just saying that for the boat I have and the amount
Yeah.
of speed I could do with an electric motor, it was in the same realm of what
Right.
you were saying with the boat you were in. It was I'm
Yeah.
just trying to bring out my comparison of an experience I had that was uncomfortable on a lake in a tiny
Yeah.
boat, and that's all it is. And I think we're
And
both saying the same thing, that when you're
Yeah.
out on a lake or the ocean, all of a sudden with wind, waves, storms, it could be an unpleasant experience.
Right. But I also find it's also kind of funny because, yes, when I'm on turbines and everything, I'm running in a friggin' 20-foot, $100,000 Ranger, and I've seen a lot of people that ask comments and going, "Yeah, I have a really hard time getting my boat to do good when there's like really big waves that are like 1 or 2 foot on the lake." And all the pros and everybody that run those lakes go, "Oh yeah, We call that chop. You just trim down and
I have a bathtub with an electric motor.
Yeah, but it was just really funny to read that because a lot of people on certain lakes, when it gets 1 to 2 foot, and even if they're in a big bass boat and they don't know how to trim down the motor and everything, they're calling those big waves, and the bass pros are going, "Oh yeah, we call it a little chop." I've run 70 miles an hour in 2 foot waves
Right.
in a
Well,
bass boat.
that day when you have a 35 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour gust wind blowing out your plastic 12-foot long bathtub
Right.
with
Yeah,
an
it depends
electric
on where you're
motor with 2-foot wind waves hitting you and
Yeah.
splashing over the top of it, it kind of makes it turn into something that is small. It makes it turn into something that's big. And so that's why I was relating my experience, because I just don't have another experience other than that one
Right.
when it came to,
But that's
you know,
just what I'm
waves
saying.
and, you
That's
know,
just
you
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's experience, and it's just like
No, but
I don't
I've
know.
been out in big waves in the ocean. I'm saying from where I was controlling the boat, it was
Right.
just, it was something where I thought it was nothing, like you're saying. That's what I'm relaying to you, is that I
Yeah.
was in a situation where I thought it was a bunch of bullshit, and I'm just in a canoe that can get back to shore, and this is a big joke, this is a small lake, and then all of a sudden this storm front came in, and
Yeah.
I was in a situation where I was like, holy crap, man. Even though
I'm
I'm in
gonna
this little
die.
freaking boat, no, it's not that I'm gonna die, but I feel like I was gonna get pushed up against the land, and I wasn't gonna be able to, because even if I tried to go in the middle of the lake, it kept pushing me across the lake back towards the land. So my only option was just to ride the edge of the land, and I thought any moment I'm just gonna get pushed into the land, you know. So it became this situation where, even though it was a
Well,
joke, it became like, you know, like, am I going to make it back to the dock? You know, it was just a really weird thing. So I can
well,
relate from the 2-foot wave windstorm to the 8-foot wave. How the hell is this
right.
here? It falls in the same kind of category because it catches you off guard. And that's what
Yeah.
my whole premise was, is that life can catch you off guard and you never know, what's going to happen from the next minute to the next. You think you have things under control, and the earth is like, oh no, you don't.
Yeah. That's why I don't like the ocean. You never know out there.
That's where you and I agree a lot, is I don't like the ocean either.
Yeah, it can blow up out of nowhere.
It gets
And when it
really
blows
crazy.
And when it blows up, yeah, you suddenly get 10-foot swells coming through and a heavy wind, and
Yeah. You totally read my mind, dude.
you're out in the ocean and you're in a 20-foot boat, and the swells are so high that when you go down, all you see is water around you. And all of
Right.
a sudden you come back up, and you're like, oh, look at that. And then you go back down. And in the ocean, that's just a freaking normal swell. You're like, wow, this seems so big and so scary. But if you're an ocean fisherman, you're used to it, and you're like, oh, this isn't much of a swell. And I'm like, really?
For me, Scott, it's like, it's not about the swell. It's about, like, the words you said, big. It's like this big, gigantic thing. And when you're older and wiser, and you go out on a boat and you feel that, like, power, you know, you feel the power of the ocean. You're like, this is some crazy shit, you know, like the ocean is like a really powerful thing that I need to respect.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm out there in a boat that the guy that's 10 years older than me is out there all the time. And he's all calm, and I'm just like looking at these waves thinking, this is crazy. This is crazy. And he's like, what are you talking about? Oh, well, dude, we're like, it looks like a wall coming at you, and all of a sudden the boat just goes up on it.
Right?
And then the boat goes back down it. and all of a sudden all you see is water around you, and then another thing that looks like it's gonna take over the whole boat,
Exactly.
but the boat just goes up on it and comes back down over it, and he's just sitting there like fishing, drinking a beer, like nothing. I'm sitting there going, "Holy shit, what the hell's going?" And he's like, "Dude, why are you freaking out?" I'm like, "Did you see the size of these?" He's like, "That's just normal swell out here." I'm like, "What?" This is the ocean, buddy. This is what you get. And it's not even that windy. It's just a high swell. It's like
Right.
10-mile-an-hour wind, but it's a high swell. And 8-footers are going by, but they're not like on the beach where they're crashing on you. They're just rolling through. So the whole boat just actually goes way up them, and then it comes back down them. and then it goes way up them, and then it comes back down them.
No, that's what I had. Every time I went out to go on a charter fishing trip, it was straight into a northwest swell.
Yeah.
It was probably always like around between 3 and 5 feet. So you'd get this 3-foot wave, you go over it, and then there'd probably be 2 5s, and then 4 minutes would go by and you hit another 3, and then a minute would go by and you'd hit 2 5s, and it was always that pattern over and over again.
Yeah.
And man, it just made me just so freaking ill, man. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
why
what,
people get- That's why you get seasick.
Right. And then I would go to bed that night. I would get off the fishing trip. I'd go home. I'd be in bed, and I would just feel that the waves, man. It was so intense, like just so crazy how you would feel those waves when you were on land at home in bed. Sea legs or whatever they call it.
Yeah, it's sea legs.
Man, it was so crazy.
You get the same feeling when you're on a bass boat night. If you haven't been out in a while and you go out and there's waves and it's going up and down, yeah. You come
I've
home.
had that 3 times on the battle tub. That's it. Out of all the times that went out, I've had it 3 times, and they were all the times we went out when it was really windy, dude. And the boat was just rocking back and forth for like 8 hours. And I'd come home and like my body, I'd go to bed and my body was still like rocking in the bed and in the boat.
Yeah, it feels like you're still like doing the up and down, the up and down.
Yeah, just like that, like in a swing that's really short.
Yeah, I used to get that in mind. I mean, I would in my bass boat and stuff, and when I first started going out with it, and I'd be out there all day, like just little 1/2-footers or 1-footers, but you're fishing, you're throwing. And it's like always and I'd come home and I'd go to sleep, or I'd walk, or I'd stand still, and I'd still feel like I was doing that little. But once you do it enough, you get used to it.
Yeah, but that definitely takes a while, man.
You get seasick easy.
I don't get.
Well,
I don't necessarily get seasick easy, but I just think that it's like it's more of like a psychosis. And if I don't realize that it's happening, then it doesn't really affect me. But once I start thinking about it happening, then it's like 3 times worse. And that happened to me. My friend had a boat, and he was docked in a harbor. It's a really big boat. And I wasn't, it was a really windy day. And where he was docked, the waves could come down the jetty and move the boat up and down. And I wasn't really thinking about how much movement was going in this gigantic boat. And then all of a sudden he said to me, "Oh man, you're doing all right because the boat is moving up and down so much?" And then I started paying attention to how much the boat was going up and down, which I hadn't done. Yeah, I hadn't done that though, Scott, for like 2 hours. I mean, I was on the boat for like 2 hours. I didn't pay attention to any of it. But as soon as he said that, all of a sudden I felt so sick to my stomach, and I was watching the boat everywhere it was going, And oh my gosh, man, I had to leave. I mean, I literally I had to get off the boat and go back to land and get in the car because I felt so sick.
Yeah.
It was
All
a
right.
really weird experience.
All right. Sorry to tell you this, Chris, but I'm gonna have to end this one.
All right, buddy.
I'm down to 8% of my battery, and I've already been like, what, 3 hours? I mean, that's good. But yeah, send me an email on that. Let's go Saturday. Let's film.
We're on it, dude.
What's your saying?
I need you to be there earlier than later.
No. What's your usual saying?
I don't remember. I haven't been on here in a long time.
No, but when you email me, you always say we're on it, like, or I forget what it is too, but you always had a little saying that you said.
Oh yeah, hold on. You caught me off guard with that.
Yeah.
The email. I always say something like "we're on it like Flynn" or something.
Yeah. What is it now? I can't remember. You can't remember it, but you. What was
I
it you
know.
always said to me?
You caught me off guard, man. I just wasn't ready for that.
I know, but I can't remember the saying now. But you always used to put it when I would say, "All right, man, I'm there."
I said it's on like Donkey Kong.
There you go. That's it.
That's it, baby.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
All right.
That was always
Hey,
the saying.
I want you to be there by at least 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Okay. All right. You gotta
Oh,
do
yeah,
it, man. They close so early. We gotta go.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Well,
All right,
now
man.
they close. Now they close almost at sunset. So
Exactly.
5 o'clock's almost completely dark. So
It's over. Yeah, we're over.
yeah, all right.
They
So
probably close at 3:30 now. So
yeah, who knows? All right, guys. Thanks a lot for this. Thank you, Chris. Tito came
you're
in with
welcome,
us.
man.
So much fun, and evidently you're going to be seeing a really good show. Late fall, early winter. Back with me and Chris on the battle tub, and yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. We haven't fished on it in what, like a month, 2 months
Easily.
since the last one,
Yeah.
2.5, something like that.
It's
But
been a
anyway,
while.
yeah. Anyway, thank you guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow. I mean,
Yep.
I don't plan on being live on election night or making any big deal. It's just my Tuesday night, but I'll be live tomorrow.
Should still do it.
No, I'm live tomorrow. It's now it's Fish
Yeah.
Talk Tuesdays. It's not Tuesday
You
night
should
hangout,
totally.
Fish Talk Tuesday. But I'll
You
be
should
live
totally
tomorrow,
be
8
on.
o'clock. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow, 8 o'clock. It'll be obviously what the hell's that?
All
Anyway.
right, go ahead.
Anyway, because the situation tomorrow night will probably be pretty interesting, but for me, it's just another Fish Talk Tuesday, which they're now called, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Bam!
Bam!